was important, but I thought the physicality we played with and then finishing the play with a rebound, it was one of our best rebounding games. So all of that combined helped us to have the type of defensive night that we had.
Especially defensive rebounding with the way you kept them off the offensive board in the second half?
Yeah, they had scored in the first half, a few baskets off of offensive rebounds, and we held them scoreless, second chance points in the second half. And our commitment to rebounding was excellent. It's something we've been working on daily, focused on for significant amount of time, and to finally see that carry over in a big way was awesome to see.
Jake, you've talked a lot about being connected defensively. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, when I think of us being connected defensively, there's a couple things that come to mind, and what we talk about a connected defense looking like starts with communication. It's making sure that we're executing coverages, ball screen coverages, switching coverages by communicating, and you can usually look out and see us get to the right spot quickly when we're communicating at a high level. And then the other component is when the defense does get us in rotation or we do make a mistake, are we fixing it together? Are guys flying around, playing hard, playing off of each other, finding a way to get back to a man? And if we're doing those two things well, we're usually pretty connected defensively.
We'll talk more when we continue on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. Now back to the Toyota Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Ohio State playing at Penn State tonight. You had almost a week between games from Purdue to Iowa. Now you get into a stretch where they come at you fast and in a hurry. How do you manage the time with what you cover in practice, Jake?
We try to be really efficient with our time, Paul, and I think we utilize the sports science department and our performance team to help us manage, to make sure our guys feel good on game day. It's a balance because there's a lot of information to cover from game to game, especially when you're playing a team for the first time and this season. So it's all of us working together, and then ultimately, being really efficient with the time you have on the court, the time you have in the film room. And sometimes when the quick turnaround happens, you're less on the court, more in the film room to get your body ready to go for game day. But I want our guys feeling good, moving around, ready to fly around on game day.
When you're this late in the season, is it the hope that the players know how to best put that into play?
Yeah, our guys, we've been in a routine and a rhythm, and I think our guys are used to that. Their bodies are used to it, and we got to continue to give them things they're comfortable with, certainly, but push and test them on a daily basis so we can continue to grow. It's a big part of what we're doing this year is growing, and we've shown consistent growth throughout the course of the season.
As you go into this game tonight, what are the things that Penn State does the best that are the biggest concerns?
Well, it starts with us taking care of the ball. They're really good at making teams pay off of turnovers and turning teams over a lot. So we got to take care of the ball offensively. Then defensively, they have, several guys averaging double figures, so they can attack you a lot of different ways. We have to have great gap help in this game. We got to certainly guard the three-point line, but we can't get too spread out where it opens up driving lanes because that really ignites their offense.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jake. All the best tonight.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Go Bucks.
It's Ohio State head coach Jake Diebler, and our pregame show is always brought to you by Kroger. A reminder that Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. Our Toyota Buckeye pregame show also brought to you by State Farm on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
And brought to you locally by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekday mornings beginning at 6 with Morning Juice on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season, with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling RAV4. Now through February 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on new gas-powered 24 or 25 RAV4s. Or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for a drink that is bold, smooth, and naturally sweet? Look no further than Patron Añejo. Our tequilas are handmade, using traditional methods to deliver a signature flavor. Patron Añejo is the perfect blend of sophistication and complexity. Sip it neat, on the rocks, or with a splash of fresh pineapple juice. Made with just 3 natural ingredients: blue Weber agave, yeast, and water. Patron is proudly additive-free. Patron Añejo, made by hand, crafted by passion. Drink responsibly. Imported by Patron Spirits Company, Coral Gables, Florida. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. From Learfield, it's time for Ohio State basketball with Paul Keels and Ron Stokes. Buckeye basketball is brought to you statewide by the American Dairy Association Mideast, State Farm, and by AEP Energy on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics. And brought to you locally by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekday mornings beginning at 6 with Morning Juice on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
High-scoring offense and lockdown defense are the ingredients of a winning team. For every other ingredient, Buckeye fans trust Giant Eagle and Market District. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, a thrilling selection of fresh favorites, and everyday value from our family of brands are game day go-tos. Plus, like the Buckeyes pile up points on the court, you can score perks and earn free gas and groceries with My Perks. Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts, and for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan.
Our broadcast position is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. It's 12-8. Ohio State 4-5 in the Big Ten, trying for a third straight win as they face 13-8 Penn State. Nittany Lions 3-7. They've dropped 2 in a row in 6 of their last 7. Time for our Elk and Elk injury report. Colin White again will not play for Ohio State because of an ankle injury. But also, Penn State will be minus senior forward Puff Johnson. He will miss his 4th consecutive game with a wrist injury.
Yeah, Paul, when you look at this Penn State team, similar to what Ohio State faced against Iowa, scoring offense, the leader in the country is Alabama at 90.4. Iowa's in 7th at 85.7. Penn State is 20th at 83.2. So both of these teams, you're talking about 6 players. I know one of them are not going to play, but 6 players that average double figures per game. It's going to be at a premium today, similar to what we saw against Iowa, guarding that perimeter and not allowing guys to get to the rim.
Our injury report brought to you by Elk and Elk. Serious fans for Ohio State Athletics. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the other crazy part about Penn State. They're one of the best in the nation in the Big Ten at forcing turnovers, but they're one of the worst at committing turnovers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things and when you look at Ace Baldwin, I mean, he obviously wants to go and try to play at the next level, and that's the thing. He could be a little reckless with that basketball at times, but he's very good when he's getting his teammates involved. He can put up a double-double quickly. But if you're Ohio State, you got to definitely take care of the basketball. That's a big concern for Ohio State here tonight. especially in this environment. You do not want to let this crowd get Penn State going.
Hopefully they can channel the same energy they had at Purdue and winning in that environment.
Yeah, it took them a little time to get started, namely Bruce Thornton, and I think Bruce coming on here, you heard the coach talked about it, that he needs to be more of a vocal leader, but he also needs to be a leader with his play, setting the tone, especially on the road in this kind of environment.
It's Ohio State and Penn State, only meeting of the year between these two starting lineups. So the opening tip from Cozy Rec Hall on the Penn State campus. Coming up next, this is Buckeye Basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a drink that is bold, smooth, and naturally sweet? Look no further than Patron Añejo. Our tequilas are handmade, using traditional methods to deliver a signature flavor. Patron Añejo is the perfect blend of sophistication and complexity. Sip it neat, on the rocks, or with a splash of fresh pineapple juice. Made with just 3 natural ingredients: Blue Weber agave, yeast, and water. Patron is proudly additive-free. Patron Añejo, made by hand, crafted by passion. Drink responsibly. Imported by Patron Spirits Company, Coral Gables, Florida. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Always your home for Buckeye basketball.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Your flagship station for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
So Ohio State and Penn State meeting tonight here in State College. Starting lineups are brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast. A reminder from Ohio's dairy farmers, 8 ounces of delicious chocolate milk has 8 grams of high-quality protein with the power to fuel everyone from elite athletes to weekend warriors. The starting 5 for Jake Diebler's Ohio State Buckeyes. Bruce Thornton, 6'2 junior from Fairburn, Georgia, 17 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 85 assists. Devin Royal, 6'6 sophomore from Pickerington Central High School in Columbus, 13.8 points, 7.3 rebounds. Sean Stewart, 6'9 sophomore from Windermere, Florida, 6 points, 6.1 rebounds, and he's blocked 17 shots. Micah Parrish, 6'6 senior from Detroit, averaging 11.5 points and 4.7 rebounds. He's had season highs in each of his last 3 games. And John Mobley, 6'1 freshman from Reynoldsburg in Columbus, averaging 12.3. So again, Ohio State starting 5, Bruce Thornton, Devin Royal, Sean Stewart, Micah Parrish, and John Mobley. The starting 5 of the Penn State Nittany Lions of head coach Mike Rhodes, who's in his second year after a successful run at VCU and at Rice. Ace Baldwin, 6'1 graduate student from Baltimore and a transfer from VCU, 14.3 points, 158 assists, and he has also racked up 42 steals. Nick Kern, 6'6 senior from St. Louis and also a VCU transfer, 13 points, 5.4 rebounds, his averages. Zach Hicks, a 6'8 senior from Camden, New Jersey, and a transfer from Temple, averaging 11.7 and 4.5 rebounds. Freddie DeLeon, a 6'5 sophomore from Fayetteville, North Carolina, a Tennessee transfer, averaging 10.1 a game. And Yannick Conan Niederhauser, a 7-foot junior from Switzerland, and a transfer from Northern Illinois, 12.3 points, 6.2 rebounds, and number 1 in the Big Ten with 45 block shots. So again, the starting 5 for Penn State: Ace Baldwin, Nick Kern, Zach Hearns, Freddie DeLeon, and Yannick Conan Niederhauser. This series, well, Ohio State has the series lead, 41-21. They are 15-10 in games played here in State College. However, Penn State has kind of had the measure of Ohio State. They've won 3 of the last 4 games. These two teams split their series last season, each team winning at home.
Yeah, Ohio State had a little bit of a revenge factor, being down by so many and playing so well at that time and lost that ball game. And when you think about this Penn State team, it starts with their backcourt. Ace Baldwin has been solid, a veteran player, over 1,500 career points, Paul, reigning Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. He clearly is the leader of this team.
Certainly is. Earl Walton, James Breeding, and Randy Richardson are the three officials working this game tonight for the Big Ten Conference. Well, you can call it compressed, compact, cozy, intimate, whatever you want to call it. But playing here at Rec Hall, which was the home building for Penn State from 1929 to 1996, where they had a winning percentage of better than 73%. They do this occasionally. This will be the fifth game they've played here since they moved into the Bryce Jordan Center. And certainly the students are close, the spectators are close. There are probably those Penn State fans that wish they played here all the time.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what happened in Columbus, Ohio, periodically they would play a game in St. John Arena. I know that the facility is not just up to par now to have games there, but man, I know the players love going over there, Paul, with all the history and the uniqueness of that building. And more times than not, they had great games. The crowd was into it. It was just really fun to have games over there.
Well, this is where Penn State has home matches for both their volleyball squads, their gymnastics, and their wrestling programs. So it's a building that's got a lot of history. Their 1954 Final Four team in basketball played in this building.
And that stretch, that's where they were really good at home.
Yes, they were. They had that stretch of 45 wins in a row. Ohio State will be wearing scarlet jerseys, the old-style script Buckeyes across the front. Penn State will be wearing a home white with their blue trim. And you may have already heard that lion mascot noise that is pre-recorded and played all over the place. They've already tickled the lion, as Skip Mossick refers to it. So it'll be interesting to see how Ohio State handles this road environment after they pulled off a win the last time away from home in one of the more difficult road environments in the country.
Mackey Arena is unique. You know, what Matt Painter's done, we talked about it, Paul, clearly bringing in the talent. They have it rolling over there. But one thing about this white out here, with the white and then obviously the blue, the scarlet and gray really pops out.
It sure does. You're right.
There's not a lot of fans here, but you clearly can pick them out with that red. That scarlet, I should say.
Ohio State all-time 2-2 in Rec Hall. They had wins here in 1993 and 1994, losses in 1975 and in 1995. The Bryce Jordan Center, which is where they play most of their home games, similar to the Value City Arena in the Schottenstein Center, but they just don't draw very well there. They draw the curtain around the upper part of that arena for pretty much every home game.
And despite having some success, at times they still have to pull, but they're trying to build a program. I mean, you look at this roster, not surprising, guys from different programs. Ace Baldwin's from VCU, and so is Nick Kern. So they've been able to go out and bring guys in with experience and talent.
Well, the center circle has Yannick Conan Niederhauser, a 7-footer, along with 6'9" Sean Stewart of Ohio State to get tonight's game started here at Rec Hall. Buckeyes will move from left to right as we view it here from the top of the stands, which is really not that far away from the court, truth be told. And the officials
are waiting.
Of course they are. And you know what they're waiting for? It's not just so much the TV entity, but it looks like they've got some cameramen and cords that they're waiting for them to get off the floor. They're down near the scorer's table and near the Ohio State bench where assistant coach Joel Justice had to move his chair so they could get off the floor.
Wow.
The tail that wags the dog, and we all know it. The all clear has been sounded, and Ohio State and Penn State ready to get after it tonight. Conan Niederhauser and Stewart in the center circle. Tap controlled by Conan Niederhauser behind him, and Penn State will start the ball moving right to left. Ace Baldwin will give it up now. Nick Kern on the left point. Now comes center circle where Zach Hicks will bounce it over. Freddie DeLeon high on the right sideline. Leads at right point for Baldwin. Curls top of the key. Baldwin stops to the foul line. Flips it left point. DeLeon dumps it down. Low on the right block. We're handling it is Conan Niederhauser. Turnaround jumper. Banked up. Missed. He rebounds his miss. Goes to the hoop. Lays it in left to the rim.
Yeah, not surprised the first possession goes inside against the smaller Sean Stewart.
So it is 2-0. Penn State with the lead. Ohio State with their first possession. Moving left to right. And Bruce Thornton bumped, no whistle. He's almost knocked all the way in the backcourt, but the officials didn't blow the whistle. Gives it up top of the key to Sean Stewart, who's guarded by Conan Niederhauser. Off to Thornton now on the left point, checked by Baldwin. 12 on the shot clock, top of the key to Mobley. Curls to the right point, Mobley. Down the right corner he goes, 8 on the shot clock. Swings in at the foul line. Stewart down the right side of the lane, couple of fakes, jumper up. No good, low on the right. Rebound comes off to Kern for Penn State, who leads it 2-0. 1 minute into the game, Kern, right wing, spins into the lane. Now throws the top of the key. Baldwin, left wing it'll come, where Hicks throws a three. No good. Rebound by Royal Ohio State. 2-0 Penn State on top. A little more than a minute off the clock here in the first half. Bruce Thornton below center circle starts the Ohio State offense with Baldwin guarding him in a man-to-man. Penn State at times has played zone. Now Thornton high on the left sideline with the ball. Feeds it top of the key, Stewart. Round on the right wing to John Mobley with 12 on the shot clock. Mobley guarded by DeLeon, drives the right baseline. Mobley will now throw in the lane. Royal catches, lays it in left of the rim.
Looking in the corner to Bruce Thornton and getting that peripheral vision, finding his teammate right underneath the basketball.
And that teammate, Devin Royal Ron, ties the game at 2. Penn State down court. With 18:22 on the first half clock, Zach Hicks high on the left sideline will dribble, leave it left wing, Nick Kern. Kern guarded by Parrish. Kern now dribbles behind the back on the left point. Kern working left to the key on Stewart. Goes foul line, goes down the right side of the lane. Fakes, shoots from low on the right. Up and in.
Attack mode, that young man, Nick Kern Jr., that's what he does best, Paul. Get to that basket.
4-2, Penn State on top thanks to Nick Kern's first basket of the game. Under 18 to play first half. Bruce Thornton, Ohio State, below center circle, guarded by DeLeon, slides to the right point. Now he'll stop right at the foul line, top of the key to John Mobley, who's open, guns a deep three. Mobley, no good, front iron, rebound. Grabbed, and it's almost lost out of bounds, but Hicks saves it for Penn State, who leads it 4-2. Kern will bring it up to the left point for the Nittany Lions. 17.5 to play in the half. Kern against Stewart, left to the key. Kern still dribbling left of the circle. Kern will dribble on the left point, kill his dribble, feed it high on the right sideline. Now Freddie DeLeon. 14 on the shot clock for DeLeon on the right point, working on Mobley to the right wing. DeLeon then has the ball knocked away. It goes out of bounds off one of the Nittany Lions, so it'll go to Ohio State.
It started with Devin Royal. He did not allow Niederhauser to get great position inside Paul, and they had to defer and go around the other perimeter. And then you had Micah Parrish, who's a really good defender as well.
7-footer Aaron Bradshaw in for Ohio State, replacing Stewart. It's 4-2, Penn State with a lead. 3 minutes into the first half here at Rec Hall. Thornton will bounce it on the left point. Now John Mobley, Ohio State, where he's guarded by DeLeon. Mobley has a screen, but he can't use it. Picks up his dribble on the left sideline. Below center circle, it comes Micah Parrish. Shot clock at 10 for Parrish on the right point. Dribbles on the right wing. Parrish feeds it down to Royal on the right. Block ball knocked away and out of bounds from behind by Bailey. Buckeyes have it up front with 6 on the shot clock.
It appeared to be an easy dunk for Devin Royal, but Ace Baldwin Jr. just swiped that away.
Sorry, Baldwin, not Bailey. I was thinking of watching Ace Bailey for Rutgers last night. Thornton from right of the backboard, inbounding for Ohio State with 6 on the shot clock. Thornton holding on to it, looks, gets it deep in the right corner. Mobley pulls the trigger for 3, in and out. Rebound tip, Bradshaw no good. Rebound underneath is grabbed by Penn State's Kern, but he carries it out of bounds. Buckeyes will have it up front with 19 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I like the activity of Aaron Bradshaw. He kept that thing alive there, Paul.
Sure did. 4-2, Penn State the lead. Just under 17 to play in the half. Bruce Thornton from right of the backboard will inbound it for Ohio State. Lobs it out of Bradshaw, right of the foul line. Bradshaw, one dribble on the right wing, hands it Thornton, who curls top of the key. Thornton will get it back on the right point to John Mobley. Checked by DeLeon and a man-to-man. 10 on the shot clock. Mobley driving right side of the lane, throws it at the goal and scores.
Yeah, just a nice swipe through that took him his momentum right to the basketball.
And Mobley's first basket, Ron, ties the game at 4. 16.5 to play in the half. DeLeon, Penn State foul line, top of the key, where Conan Niederhauser will shoot and miss the 3-ball. Rebound Mobley, Ohio State in a dead-even game at 4. 16.5 to play in the half. John Mobley, left of center circle, will dribble to the left point. Mobley. Now Mobley picks up his dribble where he's guarded by Kern, leaves it high on the left sideline for Bruce Thornton. Slides top of the key, Thornton. Kills his dribble, goes to Mobley on the left point. He'll throw another deep 3, bullseye.
Oh my, nothing but the cords. And Kern came out and tried to track him down.
5 points for John Mobley Jr., 7-4 Ohio State. 4 minutes into the first half. Baldwin, Penn State dribbling top of the key, throws now on the left wing where DeLeon will throw a 3 that's off target. Royal rebounds Ohio State. 7-4 Buckeyes with 15:53 on the clock first half. Mobley weaves his way to the left point for Ohio State. Passes top of the key, Micah Parrish. Parrish on Hicks will dribble top of the circle. Parrish now on the right point. Hicks sticks with him, gives it up now below center circle to Bruce Thornton. 13 on the shot clock. Thornton for the Buckeyes, guarded by Baldwin of the Nittany Lions. 9 on the shot clock. Thornton down the left side of the lane. Bounces in the paint, batted back into his hands. Thornton in trouble left of the lane. 4 on the shot clock. Ball knocked away. It'll go to Royal right of the key. Shoots a 3 off the bounce. Royal, no good. And Penn State will get the ball on the shot clock violation and will get a timeout. With 15:26 to play in the half. 7-4. Ohio State ahead of Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
Donato's is dancing into 2025 with a New Year's deal that's too good to miss. All January long, get 25% off everything you order online. That's 25% off Donato's famous thin crust pizzas, oven-baked subs, fresh salads, wings, desserts, all your Donato's favorites. So get 2025 started with 25% off your online order now and throughout January using promo code 2025. Order with the app or at donatos.com.
Every game, every season, Buckeye Nation comes together to support Ohio State basketball. The Buckeyes make their fans proud by giving it their all on the court. Their hard work, determination, and resilience embody what our state is all about. Every client, every day, Elk and Elk works tirelessly to support the great people of Ohio. A consistent winner in the courtroom, we get injury victims the compensation they deserve. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Elk and Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
The Roosters Foundation helps raise over $1 million each year for local charities and organizations. And as the official wing sponsor of your Ohio State Buckeyes, the Roosters Foundation is donating $25 for every foul shot the Buckeyes make at home this season to BAM, Beyond Ability Matters. BAM provides kids and young adults with neurological disabilities the opportunity to live their best lives. 15:26 to play first half here at State College. It's 7-4, Ohio State leading Penn State.
You know, and one of the reasons why Ohio State won by a decisive measure against Iowa was they took out their best players. When you think about Peyton Sanford didn't have a great day, 5 of 16, and Josh Dix was 0 of 7. Now tonight to start the ball game, Ace Baldwin comes in averaging 7.9 assists per game, Paul. You look at the stat sheet, he has goose eggs all the way across from left to right, with the exception that he played 4 minutes.
Well, and then also Ohio State as a team held Iowa to below 40% shooting.
Yeah, one of the worst shooting games of the entire year. And that's just solid defense. And
Sure
this is
was.
what any coach wants, that, especially in the month of January going into February and March.
Penn State's made one lineup change. DeMarco Dunn is in the lineup. Nittany Lions facing three-quarter court pressure as Kern comes across the line left side, picked up by Mobley of the Buckeyes and a man-to-man. Kern about to left of center circle. Ace Baldwin checked by Bruce Thornton as Baldwin. Baldwin dribbling now high to left. Will look to throw it off to somebody. Gets it right wing. Kern dumps it down on their left block, Conan Niederhauser, jump hook good. Yannick Conan Niederhauser with his second bucket of the game, and it's 7-6, Buckeyes by 1. Penn State with a little moderate backcourt pressure, under 15 to play in the half. John Mobley, center circle, guarded by DeMarco Dunn. Mobley for Ohio State, freshman just dribbling between his legs in the middle of the floor. Passes the right point, Micah Parrish, where he's guarded closely by Hicks. Parrish right to the key, trying to dribble to the foul line, shut off 10 on the shot clock. Parrish on the right wing. Now has to give it up, foul line to Devin Royal, 6 on the shot clock. Royal dribbling into the paint, turn, shoots middle of the lane, up and in, Devin Royal.
Just a fantastic offensive move, operating in close quarters. There was about 3 defenders.
4 for Devin Royal, 9-6 is the Ohio State lead. Less than 14 and a half to play in the half. Ace Baldwin, Penn State, brings it center circle. Thornton guards him in Ohio State's man-to-man. Baldwin, Dell dribbling right of the center circle logo. Pounds the dribble, gives it up now. Top of the key where Zach Hicks handles. Off on the left wing to Nick Kern, guarded by Devin Royal. 10 on the shot clock for Kern. Dribbling left to the key. Bradshaw has him to switch. Kern down the lane. Kyle passes out high on the top of the key. It goes to Hicks, gives it Dunn in the left wing. Into the paint. Dunn. Shot blocked by Bradshaw. Into the hands of Mobley for Ohio State. Leads the break down the right side. Now underneath it goes where Bradshaw dunks it right at the rim.
I love it. Feeding the guy that started the whole process, the block, and then he gets the dunk.
11-6 Ohio State. 13:45 left in the half. Penn State's Baldwin hustles it up left side. Top of the key to Nick Kern. Feeds it left point to right point, DeMarco Dunn, who works between the circles. High on the right sideline, it comes to Kern again. He'll dribble right wing Kern. Loop at top of the key, Conan Niederhauser. One bounce, he'll hand it off Baldwin at the foul line. Baldwin shoots from the stripe. It's a pass underneath, rather, and Conan Niederhauser lays it in right at the rim.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron Bradshaw thought it was a shot.
Also.
He thought it was a shot. It was really a pass.
11-8 is the Ohio State lead over Penn State with 13-18 to play in the half. John Mobley in the backcourt, guarded by DeMarco Dunn. Mobley for the Buckeyes will set up at center circle against the Penn State man-to-man defense. 11-8, Ohio State leading. Top of the key to Bruce Thornton. Thornton checked by Baldwin. Thornton had a screen, couldn't use it. Dribbles down the lane, shoots below the foul line. Thornton lips in and out. Rebound is out to Penn State's DeMarco Dunn. 11-8, Ohio State with 12:55 left in the half. Dunn on the left point, dribbles between the circles on Mobley. Gives it up left to the key now where it's handled by Kern. Feeds it to Baldwin, top of the circle. Off it to go Conan Niederhauser, head of the key. He'll dribble, drive the right lane line on Bradshaw, throw a wild shot up that he misses, but Aaron Bradshaw fouls him.
Aaron Bradshaw bailed him out. Niederhauser was off balance, Paul, as he made his move to the basket. He kind of just threw it up at the very end.
So it's the first foul called on anybody in the game, and it'll put Yannick Conan Niederhauser at the line. He is a 66% free throw shooter. A young man that had some seasons of professional ball in Switzerland before he went to Northern Illinois and then Penn State. First free throw, up and no good.
And Paul, having that type of experience is definitely a factor in today's college game. You got men going against 18, 19-year-olds.
Coming into the game is Quest Glover for Ohio State. Penn State's made a few changes. Freddie DeLeon will come back into the game. So it remains 11-8, Ohio State on top. Yannick Conan Niederhauser, the leading shot blocker in the Big Ten, with his second free throw up and no good also. And the rebound is Sean Stewart for Ohio State. And it is 11-8 thanks to the scoreboard. Stat monitor showing a different score. Ohio State the lead in the ball. Quest Glover will bounce to the left point. Sean Stewart. Stewart guarded by Conan Niederhauser. Holding it right at the key. Hands it off right point for Glover. Back to go to Stewart down the lane. And he falls down, keeps the ball in his hands, puts up a shot that falls.
Yeah, soft touch there. Great elevation.
Not how it's drawn up, though. First two for Sean Stewart makes it 13-8. Ohio State on top. 12-12 to play in the half. Penn State has the ball in the hands of Nick Kern on the left point where he's guarded by Parrish. Kern will push it to the foul line. Loses dribble, taken away by Glover, who then loses to Kern again. Off to DeLeon, left wing, throws in the right point. Dunn. He'll fling a three over Mahaffey. Got it.
Yeah, he had too much room. Sized it up from deep.
First point to the game for DeMarco Dunn. 13-11 Ohio State. With 11:50 to play here in the first half at Rec Hall in State College. Quest Glover, Ohio State. Working top of the key. Glover to the foul and throws now on the left winger. Thornton's open for a three-ball bullseye. Bruce Thornton.
Excellent find. Great drive. Sucked in the defense. Kicked it to your teammates.
16-11 is the Ohio State lead thanks to Thornton's first basket of the game. 11.5 to play in the half. Kern working down on the left block for Penn State on Mahaffey. Throws it top of the key. Dunn. And he's bumped and fouled by Micah Parrish, his first. And we'll get a timeout. With 11:26 to play in the half. 16-11 is the Ohio State lead over Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Ready?
It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right. Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles. From biking to bench presses, Milk's protein helps you build lean muscle and gain more from your workouts.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at Safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace. Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment, made to chill, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. 11:26 left until halftime here in State College, and Ohio State has a 16-11 lead over Penn State.
Yeah, great shoot-arounds don't always equate to great performances, but I think it helps knowing that your team mentally had a good walkthrough and get session earlier today, which we all saw here, you and I and Skip, and it's definitely translated to the first 8.5 minutes in this ball game. 58% from the field as compared to 45% for Penn State from the field. And then you look at the free throw line, Ohio State is yet to get there. Penn State, unfortunately for them, they're 0 for 2 Ohio State 2 for 5 from beyond the arc.
And holding Penn State to 1 for 4 from long-distance shooting. The turnovers, and that is a stat to pay attention to in this game. Each team has committed a couple, and Penn State scored 5 off of Ohio State's miscues. The Buckeyes have scored 2.
And one thing you will probably see here at some point, Penn State will deploy some zone at half court. We'll see whether it's in the half court set or maybe full court. They have yet to show that as of yet, but I would expect it at some point.
Buckeyes have on the court Evan Mahaffey, a Penn State transfer, Sean Stewart, Quest Glover, John Mobley, and Bruce Thornton. Penn State is still huddled up around their head coach, Mike Rhodes, who had a successful stint. We mentioned that earlier at VCU. You remember VCU, don't you? Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan? Shaka Smart was the coach, but we had a lot of fun with you, Ron, when you said that. Skip even put it to music.
He sure did.
Yeah. Penn State has on the court for the first time Kachi Enze, a 6'8 sophomore and a transfer from Xavier, who's out there with Ace Baldwin, Freddie DeLeon, Nick Kern, and DeMarco Dunn. Nittany Lions have the ball up front with 20 seconds of the shot clock. 11:26 left in the half at 16-11. Ohio State leading. Inbound Baldwin, dribbling below center circle on Glover. Now stops, feeds it top of the key. Enza off. It'll go back to Baldwin on the left point. Hands it off Kern, left of the key. Curls top of the circle. Kern stops. Throws to Baldwin on the left wing. 8 on the shot clock. Top of the key. DeLeon with it now. Dribbling on Mobley. 5 on the shot clock. DeLeon left point. High on the right it goes to Marco Dunn. Shoots a straight on 3. Head of the key. Air ball. That sails out of bounds. Turnover to Ohio State.
They're going to record that right there and show that that's the level of defense you need to win games, especially on the road. That was just flat out getting it done, stopping guys from getting by, contesting long-range shots. Outstanding.
Zach Hicks in, replacing Nick Kern for Penn State. It is 16-11. Ohio State leading with 11 minutes left till halftime here at Rec Hall. Glover to the right point, hands it right to the key for John Mobley. Dumps it to Lane Stewart, who shoots from low on the right block and lays it in.
Yeah, great catch. Pick and slide there by Sean Stewart.
Who's got 4 points. 18-11 Ohio State. Penn State in a hurry, and Baldwin driving the right side gets fouled. And it looked like it'd be Quest Glover called for the hack, his first.
Yeah, they were anticipating a pick and roll, but that time was a pick and slip there by Sean Stewart. And just a great read of how Penn State was guarding you that led to that score.
That is the third foul of the half on Ohio State. 18-11 Buckeyes leading. Penn State has Baldwin from right of the backboard, inbounding, and he'll throw it out at center circle, caught by DeLeon, who's guarded by Mahaffey. DeLeon to the right point, drives to the right wing, shoves away, no whistle. DeLeon top of the key, feeds it left point, Baldwin. He'll left-hand a 3, up and in.
He's very capable of knocking down that shot. Quest Glover got there just a tad too late.
First 3 of the game for Ace Baldwin of Penn State. 18-14 Ohio State. 10.5 to play in the half. Bruce Thornton starts it for the Buckeyes on the left point, where he's guarded by DeLeon. Thornton still dribbling left to the key. He'll curl top of the circle. Bruce Thornton throw it now on the right wing, but throws it wide of his teammate Glover and out of bounds. Buckeyes turn it over.
Yeah, he left his feet. You only have so much time before you come down, and Quest Glover was not in the right position to receive it.
Devin Royal in, Evan Mahaffey out for Ohio State. It's 18-14 Buckeyes. Penn State with the ball. A little more than 10 to play till halftime. Ace Baldwin will shovel it top of the keel to Enza. Enza a couple of dribbles, a little high on the right, gives it back to Baldwin on the right wing. He'll fake a 3, Baldwin on Mobley. Now swing it back to Enza, head of the circle. One dribble, drops it off now where DeLeon goes to the right wing. Feeds it deeper in the right wing where Baldwin will launch a 3, off target. Rebound Stewart, Ohio State. 18-14 Buckeyes, under 10 to play in the half. Quest Glover, graduate student out of Knoxville, feeds it top of the key for Mobley. Mobley against Baldwin and draws a foul on Baldwin, does John Mobley. First on Ace Baldwin.
A lot of activity there. Very aggressive on that screen defense.
Yannick Conan Niederhauser in for the Nittany Lions, replacing Enza. Bruce Thornton leaves the Ohio State lineup. As coming back in is Micah Parrish, will inbound it on the left sideline. 20 on the shot clock for the Buckeyes, who lead at 18-14. 9:46 left in the half. Parrish will get it left of center circle. Quest Glover. He works between the rings on Baldwin. Glover to the right point, runs into a teammate, but keeps his dribble going right to the key. Now bounces right wing. Sean Stewart pulls up on the right block. Shot up, no good. Charge on Sean Stewart.
Yep, left his feet. Good call by the official. And as Sean Stewart develops his game, Paul, that's where you take the nice little jump shot right there, right around 7 feet.
Buckeyes are going to get Ivan Njegovan to the scorers table to check in. 7'1" freshman out of Croatia, and he'll replace Sean Stewart.
A confident plan, Njegovan.
Yes, had 6 minutes plus Monday in the win over Iowa. Had a basket and a block shot, as well as 3 rebounds. Penn State with the ball, trailing 18-14. Handling it now is Zach Hicks. Leaves it between the circles. DeLeon, who bobbles but saves it. Dribbles to the left point. Top of the key. Conan Niederhauser. He'll drive into the lane. Spin. Turn to shoot over Nagobin. No good. May have been partially blocked. Ball slapped around, and DeLeon tips it in play. Parrish comes down with it for Ohio State. Big Yvonne might have got a piece of it. Buckeyes with the ball, leading 18-14. Parrish, top of the key, feeds it high on the right sideline. Mobley speeds to the foul line, down the left side lane. Running shot, Mobley missed. Offensive rebound, Royal put back, blocked by Conan Niederhauser. It goes out of bounds. Buckeyes will keep it up front.
Well, you said earlier, Paul, he's a leader in the Big Ten in block shots, and he's showing you why. Just over 2.2 per game.
And his 46th of the season. 18 on the shot clock for Ohio State, who leads at 18-14. Nick Kern back in, replacing Freddie DeLeon for Penn State.
Niederhauser said, not in my lane.
Not this time. For the right corner, it's inbounded on the right block. Mobley knocked away from behind, but he saves it. However, it went out of bounds, say the officials, allowing the Buckeyes to keep it.
I think Dunn he stepped on the inline as he was batting at it. I think that's what led to that call.
So 16 of the shot clock. Parrish for Ohio State from right of the backboard to inbound it. Throws it now at the foul line. Devin Royal working on Kern, and he is fouled by Kern, who reached in across the arm and knocked Devin Royal down. Kern's first foul, and on the Nittany Lions, that is just their second.
Yeah, that's just a smart play by Devin Royal. He saw that Kern came out very aggressively. You just swipe it through, you're going to get the call. And that's what he did.
Yep. John Mobley right at the backboard inbounding for Ohio State with 20 of the shot clock. Goes deep in the right wing now for Micah Parrish, who ball fakes. Drives into the lane for the right. Throws a wild shot up. No good. Tip. Nagobin no good. Rebound grabbed in the left corner by Parrish. Shoots a fadeaway left corner. Got it.
He's laying on the floor, Paul. Gets up, get the ball, and then shoots a jump shot.
First two for Micah Parrish. 20-14 Ohio State. With 8:42 to play in the first half, Buckeyes scoring on second chances. Baldwin working the right point. Penn State dribbles foul line. Now throws it high on the right where a three's put up by Hicks and missed. Rebound tipped by Glover, and Nagobin claims the ball for Ohio State. 20-14 Buckeyes as Mobley gallops head of the key. Shoots a straight on three. Bullseye.
Thought that might have been quick, but it doesn't matter.
Quick all the way down to the bottom of the net. 8 for John Mobley. 23-14 Ohio State. Penn State quickly gets the ball done in the left corner with a little more than 8 to play. They have Dunn working down on the left block, spins by Glover, bounces underneath. Conan Niederhauser dunks over Big Yvonne.
Oh my, that's elevation. Big time with authority.
8 points. Yannick Conan Niederhauser of Penn State. 23-16 Ohio State's lead. Under 8 to play in the first half. That got the crowd a little excited.
Sure did.
Wes Glover across the line right side for Ohio State. Guarded by East Baldwin of Penn State is Glover. Dribbles behind a screen to the left sideline. Throws left corner, Devin Royal. Feeds it across on the right point. Parrish fakes a three. Dribbles, drives to the hoop from low on the right. Layup, no good. Rebound, Kern may have been blocked. Hicks, the rebound. Outlets to Kern for Penn State. Brings it over on the left wing, Dunn. High to left it goes where Hicks shoots a three. Got it.
Yeah, in transition, Niederhauser was slow to get up, Paul.
Hicks gets his first basket of the game, a three-pointer, and we'll get a timeout with 7.5 to play in the half. It's 23-19, Ohio State leading Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
High-scoring offense and lockdown defense are the ingredients of a winning team. For every other ingredient, Buckeye fans trust Giant Eagle and Market District. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, a thrilling selection of fresh favorites, and everyday value from our family of brands are game day go-tos. Plus, like the Buckeyes pile up points on the court, you can score perks and earn free gas and groceries with My Perks. Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Welcome back to our UHM broadcast position, sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. 7.5 to play in the half. It's 23-19. Ohio State with the lead. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always your home for Buckeye basketball.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Your flagship station for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Shouldn't eat those pretzels before the game.
You know, Paul, when you
should
think,
know better.
When you think about it, Paul, you know, Niederhauser is definitely a threat. I thought he had more than one block. I thought he had two. They got him down for one, but he's also altered a number of shots, and that's when you have 7 foot in there, athletic and great anticipation. He is clearly a force in there.
Yeah, and just when it seems like Ohio State's about to run away, he makes that kind of a play or affects a shot, like you said.
Yeah, big reason why they've gone on a little run here. A nice timeout by Coach Diebler. He understands that momentum will swing and crowd into it, settle things down, come out, and have a positive possession here.
Ivan Yagobin, Devin Royal, John Mobley, Micah Parrish, and Bruce Thornton on the court for Ohio State. Buckeyes have a lead, 23-19. Penn State just breaking their huddle around their head coach Mike Rhodes. Ace Baldwin will come out along with Zach Hicks, DeMarco Dunn, Yannick Conan Niederhauser, and Nick Kern. Penn State has dropped 2 in a row and 6 of their last 7.
So many close games, though, Paul.
Just like Ohio State had prior to Monday night's win over Iowa. The Buckeyes had 5 consecutive one-possession games.
The officials are conversing there in front of the scores table.
Well, whatever it was they were discussing, they
figured
finished it quickly.
Well, let's go. There's the full court pressure here by Penn State. It's man-to-man. I don't think it's zone.
Micah Parrish will inbound on the back baseline for the Buckeyes, who lead it 23-19. The inbound comes John Mobley, right portion of the backcourt, where he's guarded by Dunn. Mobley, against that man-to-man pressure, brings it to center circle. Crosses the timeline, John Mobley. Shot clock at 20. Gives it up high on the left where Micah Parrish handles. Against Hicks, dumps it down on the left block. Devin Royal turns, fakes, underneath to Yagobin. Shot no good, low on the right, and Yagobin out of bounds off the Nittany Lions. Buckeyes will keep it with 10 on the shot clock.
There's that Niederhauser again, Paul. A defensive force in there. You know, he's making a 7-footer alter his shot.
And that 7-footer in Yagobin leaves for another Bradshaw for Ohio State. It leads at 23-19. Thornton right of the backcourt inbounding with 10 on the shot clock. Thornton with the ball. He'll chuck it out near center circle to Aaron Bradshaw. Walks it to the left point. Bradshaw gives the left wing Micah Parrish. Loses but saves the ball. High on the left. 4 on the shot clock. Parrish dribbles to the left corner. Forces a 3 that's partially blocked by Hicks. But Devin Royal gets the ball. However, shot clock violation turns it over to Penn State.
Yeah, that's solid defense by Penn State on that possession there. I thought actually Micah Parrish might have got nipped on the wrist there as he took that 3-point shot.
Yep, but no call. Penn State with the ball. Ohio State a 23-19 lead. Under 7 to play in the half. Ace Baldwin races to the left point. Goes down the left side of the lane. Has the ball taken away by Bruce Thornton of Ohio State. Pushing up the right side, Bruce Thornton gets to the right point. Right corner now to Micah Parrish. Parrish will dribble to the right point. Works right wing now on Hicks. Steps back. Shoots it on the right wing. Got it for 2, Micah Parrish.
Yeah, he loves that side of the floor. That's where he lit Purdue up.
4 for Micah Parrish. 25-19 Ohio State the lead. Scoring off a turnover. 6.5 to play in the half. Baldwin working on the left wing for Penn State on Parrish. Dumps it down on the left block for Conan Niederhauser. Fouled on the catch. Aaron Bradshaw slapped at him and commits his second.
He's played pretty solid, but that's one you don't take that risk. You're too valuable. Now he has a second foul.
And it's the 5th of the half on Ohio State, who will get Stewart in to replace Bradshaw.
Well, Paul, he had done a good job of getting him off the block. You didn't need to take the risk there. You actually bailed out the offense.
Sure did. Shot clock reset at 20 for Penn State, who trails 25-19. Inbound to go left to the foul line for Hicks. Down the lane, Hicks shoots low on the left and scores.
Yeah, Micah Parrish went for the steal. Ohio State paid for it.
5 for Zach Hicks, and it's a 25-21 Ohio State lead. 6:18 left until halftime. John Mobley, center circle. Dribbling high on the left for the Buckeyes, guarded by Kern. Mobley now dribbling to center circle, and a foul called. No, they're going to stop play.
Micah Parrish got hit in the mouth, and it's between him and Zach Hicks. They're going to probably go to the scorers table, Paul, to look at this one here, because Micah Parrish went right to the floor. He said he got hit he's telling his coaches he got hit with an elbow.
Yeah, he fell down right at the free throw line, and one of the officials immediately saw it and stopped it. So to be a play under review to see whether there was a blow above the neck.
Yep.
And at that point, they can assess if they so choose, a flagrant foul.
See how intentional it is.
25-21 is the Ohio State lead with 6:07 to play in the half. They're showing a replay on the scoreboard here at Rec Hall, but it's hard to tell because that part of Micah Parrish's body is not shown where the contact occurred.
Can't see it.
So both teams get a chance to huddle around their head coaches. The officials have looked at whatever they wanted to look at on the monitor, so now they're talking amongst themselves. And I think it's just going to be a situation where Ohio State will re-enter the ball and nothing else will be put into effect. But Micah Parrish went down right at the foul line, and the officials saw it and stopped play immediately.
Yeah, he went down like he really took a hit, but obviously he did not. He's trying to sell it, I guess.
We'll see if they announce anything here on the PA system. Well,
oh no, he's going to the free throw line.
He certainly is.
There was something there.
Well, we can't tell what they're announcing. Foul on Hicks, I believe. So Micah Parrish should be at the line shooting one. And he's at the left side of the floor all by himself. Free throw up and good for his 5th point.
He's shooting 2.
So they're going to give him 2. I saw them pointing 1 when they walked him over there, but obviously that was not correct. And Ohio State will have the ball still. Free throw for Parrish, up and in. So 6 points for Micah Parrish, and the Ohio State lead now has grown to 27-21. So that foul was on Hicks. And for Hicks, that is his first. Buckeyes have John Mobley inbounding in the left wing. Sean Stewart, 18 on the shot clock. Stewart will look to hand it off, gives it to Thornton, curling on the left point, drives into the lane, right point to Mobley. Mobley, couple of fakes, steps back, shoots a 3 right of the key. No good off the iron. Rebound done. Penn State with under 6 to play, and they have 27-21 Ohio State leading. DeMarco Dunn, top of the key. Left point gets it, Nick Kern. Kern will now bring it top of the circle, return to Dunn on the left wing. Dunn looking inside, dribbling left wing, goes between the circles. Ace Baldwin gives it up now where a 3's put up by Hicks on the left point. No good. Hicks. Rebound snared by Devin Royal, Ohio State. 27-21 Buckeyes. Thornton speeds up court. Wide open to go to Parrish in the right corner. Throws the 3. No good. Side iron. Rebound claimed by Sean Stewart, Ohio State, to keep the Buckeyes with the ball. Leading 27-21. Shot clock at 15. Thornton dribbling high on the left. Bump, no whistle as Thornton on the left point. Goes to the foul line. Stops underneath the Parrish. Feeds it Royal, who lays it up and misses from low on the left, but he drew a foul against Penn State.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play because Micah Parrish got pushed in the back, and I'm not sure is that Niederhauser.
Yes, he's been over in pain after all of that contact. They called the foul on Ace Baldwin of Penn State.
That was a chain reaction because Micah Parrish was pushed, then Parrish went into Niederhauser, and he felt it right there in the gut.
And then Royal fell down after he got the pass from Parrish. That is team foul number 4 against Penn State. So Devin Royal will go to the free throw line where he was 1 for 1 Monday in the win over Iowa.
And this stretch has been really favorable for Ohio State ball.
Royal's first free throw is good for his 5th point. Coming off a 12.8 rebound game against the Hawkeyes. Now Conan Niederhauser out of the lineup, and he is replaced by Kachi Enza. 28-21 is the Ohio State lead with 5:16 to play in the half.
Yeah, we replaced 6'8" for 7 foot.
Free throw good on the back end. Devin Royal, who has scored 6 tonight. So it is 29-21 Ohio State with a lead. A little more than 5 minutes left in the half. Baldwin between the circles. Penn State dribbles left to the foul line. Throws now down the right side of the lane, and a catch by Hicks. Fouled as he went into contact and into a crowded area.
Devin Royal.
His first. And that is team foul number 6 on Ohio State.
It's in the act of shooting.
So that'll put Zach Hicks at the line where he is a 78% free throw shooter. Honorable mention, all Big Ten last year in his first year playing at Penn State.
Yeah, transfer from Temple.
Yep.
2 years there.
His first free throw is good for his 6th point.
One of those 6 guys that's averaging double figures, Paul. That's why as a team, they're over 80. per game.
He's averaging 11.7 on the year, but 12.1 in conference play. So Zach Hicks, second free throw, goes down the ropes. He has scored 7, and Penn State keeping it close. But Ohio State leads 29-23. 5:07 left to the half. Pressure by the Nittany Lions. Thornton for the Buckeyes in trouble. Bounces middle to the backcourt. Devin Royal. Royal up the middle of the floor. Bumped. No whistle. Gives it high on the right sideline. Mobley. Top of the key to Thornton. Shoots a three. Head of the key. Nails it. Bruce Thornton.
He got a bunch of room. That's what you do against teams that are pressing Paul. Stay in attack mode.
6 for Bruce Thornton. Ron 32-23. The Ohio State lead. Penn State's Baldwin. Top of the key. Throws in the lane where Enze catches. Layup. Good. Foul. Basket counts. It was Sean Stewart committing the foul on Kachi Enza. He'll go to the line to shoot one with Ohio State's lead now 32-25.
Yeah, Sean Stewart said, I had the verticality.
He also didn't have the striped shirt and the whistle, so it doesn't matter. So Kachi Enza, who on the year is a 71% free thrower. He played 19 games at Xavier last year and made 4 starts for the Musketeers. Evan Mahaffey in for the second time, but the first time he draws boos from the fans who used to cheering. Of course, Evan played as a freshman at Penn State and was part of a Nittany Lions team that went to the NCAA tournament in Micah Shrewsbury's final season as the head coach here.
I would suspect there's a guy that's playing for Michigan that may hear a few boos.
Oh, you know that's coming. Free throw missed by Enza. Rebound Royal, Ohio State. So it's still 32-25. Buckeyes with a lead. You mean Roddy Gale?
Yeah, great kid, but he went to the school up north.
Game clock is frozen while Ohio State has the ball. Thornton, top of the key. Now it's put into play. Moving over to the left point is John Mobley. Back to Thornton, top of the circle. Right wing to Parrish. Fakes the three. Dribbles down to the right block. Reverse layup, good. Left to the rim for Micah Parrish.
Somewhat of a moving screen set there by Evan Mahaffey.
8 for Parrish, and Ohio State's advantage 34-25. With 4:22 left in the half. Nick Kern, Penn State, high on the right sideline. In trouble, loops the ball on the right point. Enza leaves it for Dunn, right of the key. Dunn one dribble, goes on the right wing to Nick Kern, who's checked by Devin Royal and Micah Parrish. 10 on the shot clock and a foul committed by Mike. No offensive foul called on Kern. They called it on Enza for the screen.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Micah Parrish is really a really good defensive player.
And he's really pumped up, screaming and hollering on the floor, too. 34-25. Ohio State the lead, and they get the ball back. Yannick Conan Niederhauser back in for Penn State. And Ivan Yagovin returning for Ohio State. 4:09 left in the half. 34-25 is the Ohio State lead. Freshman John Mobley up the middle of the floor for the Buckeyes, guarded by DeMarco Dunn of the Nittany Lions. Mobley, center circle. Started left, but moves right behind the screen. Mobley, we have it to Thornton on the left point. Thornton to the foul line. Stop, shoots below the line. No good. Thornton. Rebound. Hicks. Tapped out. Baldwin racing up the right side. Penn State. Baldwin Euro step to lane. Shot blocked by Parrish into the hands of Mahaffey of Ohio State. Buckeyes had the ball after the block, leading 34-25. Mobley up the left side. Throws a deep three. Mobley banks off target. Rebound grab by Conan Niederhauser, Penn State, who races up court with Dunn handling on the right side. Dunn on the right point. Loses but saves his dribble. Dunn to the foul line. Down to paint. Dunn. Shot blocked but a foul. Bruce Thornton went for the block, but they're going to call the foul on John Mobley of Ohio State, his first timeout with 3:30 left in the half. It's 34-25. Ohio State with a lead over Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Union Home Mortgage knows Buckeye fans never leave Ohio State behind. We've helped millions of first-time home buyers get into their dream home through our 1% down payment program. Put as little as 1% down, and UHM tosses in up to 2% on the house. Learn more at UHM.com or call 877-846-4968. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229. UHM will contribute up to 2% down, no greater than $2,000 towards a 3% down payment. Home buyers responsible for the remainder of the down payment. This offer is available for the purchase of a primary residence only. For full terms and conditions, visit UHM.com.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
3 minutes, 30 seconds left till halftime at Rec Hall here in State College, Pennsylvania. 34-25. Ohio State leading Penn State. Stay tuned for the AEP Energy halftime show. Skip Mossick, who did not have a pretzel, will check score from other games, and we'll run down your first half stats all coming up at the half.
I didn't have one either.
Well,
I had
then
popcorn, though.
None of you had the little mini problem I had.
Well, if you're Ohio State now, Penn State's going to come out of this media timeout, shoot 2 free throws, but you don't want to give this lead away. You're up 9, maybe 7 if Penn State makes 2. 3:30 to go. Finish the half. That's what you need to finish the half positively, keep the lead and the momentum going into the halftime.
Speaking of fouls, each team is guilty of 5 team fouls so far in this first half. Buckeyes being led by 8 points from Micah Parrish. Yannick Konen-Niederhauser identically has 8 to lead the way for Penn State.
Yeah, the one thing that just really pops off this stat sheet, Paul, is 7 offensive rebounds for Ohio State. That's impressive to get that many. And this is what hurt Penn State in their game against Michigan. Too many second chance opportunities that Michigan got that led to them getting threes. And Ohio State's taking advantage of it here tonight so far.
Yeah, they sure are, and partially because of that 6 second chance points for Ohio State. Yannick Konen-Niederhauser, Zach Hicks, Ace Baldwin, Nick Kern, and DeMarco Dunn are the 5 on the court for Penn State coming out of the timeout. Penn State playing here at Rec Hall. Second straight year they've played here. This is the 5th game they've played here at Rec Hall since they left this gymnasium to play all of their home games at the Bryce Jordan Center. They are 3-1 in this building. For Ohio State, Evan Mahaffey, Ivan Yagovin, Micah Parrish, John Mobley, and Bruce Thornton. So DeMarco Dunn, a 6'5 senior from Tucson, Arizona, and a transfer from North Carolina, is at the line. A 94% free thrower, and he drains his first one for his 4th point.
We got a couple guys from North Carolina on this team. Puff Johnson, who's injured.
Dunn coming off a 13-point game. He played in a title game with North Carolina in 2022. Second free throw in and out. Mahaffey rebounds for Ohio State, whose lead is 34-26. 3:26 left in the half. John Mobley, top of the key Buckeyes, dribbles out to the left point with Dunn sticking on him in a man-to-man. Mobley will now dribble to center circle. Stop at the head of the key. Mobley works his way to the right point. All the way to the right wing. Mobley stops, bounces Mahaffey right to the key with 10 of the shot clock. Mahaffey walks it to the left point. Stops, looks to give it up. Mahaffey. 6 on the shot clock goes to Thornton. Now high on the right goes to Mobley. Dribble, shoots a 3 right of the key. Mobley knocks it in.
Created space knowing that the shot clock was winding down.
11 for John Mobley. 37-26 Ohio State. Under 3 to play in the half. Baldwin, Penn State, bounces Kern on a left point. Now to go between the circles to Hicks, where he's guarded by Parrish. Bounces high on the right to DeMarco Dunn. Dunn sliding to the right point, working on Mobley. Had a screen that he couldn't use, Dunn did. Now bounces to the screener, Konen-Niederhauser, top of the key. Hands it off, head of the circle for Kern. Kern left to the foul line, down the left side of the lane, throws right wing Dunn, who rifles a 3. Dunn up, rattles in and out. Rebound Yagovin of Ohio State, who boxed out Konen-Niederhauser.
One and done.
37-26. Is the Ohio State lead. Mobley for the Buckeyes, dribbling right point, passes foul line for Yagovin, goes down the left side of the lane, shot no good. Offensive rebound grab by Mahaffey in the lane, and he is tackled by Kern as they both went down a little awkwardly. And a technical foul's been called on somebody. Oh, they called alternate possession at first, but a technical foul has also been called on Nick Kern.
On Kern, yes.
So they called a held ball as he and Yagovin were tied up.
There was a lot of extracurricular activity between Micah Parrish and Kern earlier They were just going back and forth at it, and that time Kern had some words with someone that the officials heard didn't like it.
So John Mobley will be at the free throw line for Ohio State to shoot to technicals. Drains the first one for his 12th point.
That's the third point coming by way of a technical here so far.
So that is personal foul. Also number 2 on Nick Kern. Mobley with a second technical free throw. That one is missed.
Somebody blew a whistle.
Did they?
Yes.
So he's going to get another chance. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they blew the whistle while he was taking a shot, so he's going to.
So that won't count as a miss. The moment is 38-26, Ohio State leading.
Mobley said, hey, I shoot 91% from the line in Big Ten play.
Well, that just fires the crowd up more, but Mobley drains the second free throw for his 13th point.
He's a 91% free throw shooter, Paul.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's 39-26, Ohio State leading, and the Buckeyes keep the ball up front with 2:17 left in the half. Bruce Thornton will inbound it from left to the backboard. I would imagine, and we see the officials going to the scorer's table, I would guess, Ron, they might ask the PA announcer to say something about people blowing a whistle in the stands.
Was it the official with the inadvertent whistle?
Well, that I don't know. That could have been. Bruce Thornton left to the backboard, inbounded for Ohio State, who leads at 39-26. Inbound deep in the left corner, Mobley snaps off another three. No good, and the rebound to Baldwin, Penn State. 39-26, Ohio State leading with 2:10 left in the half. Baldwin headed the key. Dribbles to the left point into a double team. Throws it now for Dunn, high on the right. Dunn will feed it right at the lane. Conan Niederhauser goes into the paint on Yagova. Knocked away from behind by Thornton into the hands of Mobley, Ohio State. Mobley brings it up court, and he traveled, turning it over.
Yeah, he wanted to do a little shuffle pass to Bruce Thornton, and the defense took it away. So go back the other way and just play good defense again.
Yep. 39-26, the Ohio State advantage. Minute 55 left until halftime here in State College. Ace Baldwin, Penn State hits center circle with the ball. We get a foul away from the ball called on John Mobley where he was guarding DeMarco Dunn. And Mobley whistled for his second. Team foul number 6 on Ohio State.
And back-to-back foul calls. He's going to come out of the ball game. Quez Glover will enter. 1-1, too, though. That's costly. You had transition, and there's a foul.
It's the scoreboard is saying 5 team fouls, unless the scoreboard's wrong. So that's going to put Dunn at the free throw line.
So Ohio State has 9.
Okay. So the scoreboard is incorrect.
It's incorrect.
So DeMarco Dunn at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Free throw good.
It is incorrect, Paul.
Just like we experienced some of that at the Cotton Bowl down in Arlington, Texas.
Really?
Yes, down in distance. It was like a Robert B. Parker mystery novel. DeMarco Dunn with a second free throw, put up and in.
I have to read one. I haven't read one of those.
You remember Spencer for Hire? He's the one that did those. 6 for DeMarco Dunn. 39-28, the Ohio State lead with 1:45 left in the half. Quez Glover, center circle, Bruce Thornton for Ohio State. Penn State now looks like they're setting up in a zone. Now Thornton at center circle trying to diagnose it. 15 on the shot clock. Thornton throws it high on the left sideline to Glover. Glover, a couple of ball fakes, foul line to Devin Royal. Royal with 8 on the shot clock. Royal down the left side of the lane, shoots it below the foul line. Got it, Devin Royal.
Yeah, that is his game, his sweet spot.
8 for Royal, and it's 41-28 Ohio State. Penn State hustles it up court to Dunn on the right block. He loses the ball. Thornton up with a loose pumpkin. Thornton middle of the floor. Thornton will get it now where Glover has it on the right point. In the lane to Royal. Fake, shoots low on the left. Royal got it for 2 in a row. Devin Royal giving him 10. Mike Rhodes wants a timeout as Ohio State's lead has grown to 43-28 with 1:08 left in the first half. That's seen Penn State get careless with the ball.
Yeah, Buckeyes up by 13 with the ball, and then you have the turnover by John Mobley, and then he gets the foul. They make 2 free throws, and Ohio State has an answer. Back-to-back baskets forces Penn State to call a timeout.
So 1:08 remaining in the half. Ohio State with an advantage of 43-28, and the Buckeyes being led by John Mobley's 13. Devin Royal, 2 scores in a row that has gotten him to a 10-point total.
Yeah, Coach Rose did not want to see this lead swell to 20 right before the mark. That's a lot to recover, although they did it last year, 18. But you can really see the maturity of Devin Royal as a sophomore. He's night and day compared to when he was a freshman. He's relaxed, he's composed, he's playing his game to his strengths. And when he gets around that basket, he's really productive.
We've seen Ohio State shooting for the game now at 48%. Penn State's has warmed up a bit to 45%. But from long range, the Buckeyes 5 for 13. The Nittany Lions 3 for 11.
Penn State has yet to miss from the free throw line.
That's a good
6
sign.
for 6.
Ivan Yagovin, Micah Parrish, Devin Royal, Bruce Thornton, and Quez Glover on the court for Ohio State, who leads at 43-28 with 1:08 left in the half. For Penn State, Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Zach Hicks, Freddie DeLeon comes in, Ace Baldwin, and DeMarco Dunn. Conan Niederhauser a couple of times has appeared to be a little injured. Penn State with the ball from the back baseline, moving right to left. But Ohio State has the advantage, 43-28. Ace Baldwin across the line at center circle. Baldwin will drift to the left point, working on Glover, who falls away, leaving Baldwin open, shoots and hits a three from a high to left.
Gave him room.
Big time. 6 for Baldwin, 43-31. Ohio State's lead with 52 seconds to play. Glover, top of the key to Bruce Thornton. Thornton works to the foul line, goes down the lane, running shot. Thornton put up, no good. Rebound slapped around. Conan Niederhauser claims it for Penn State. With 41 seconds left, 43-31, Ohio State leading. Baldwin to the right point, lobs to the basket. DeLeon has it down on the right baseline, takes it to the right corner. Freddie DeLeon feeds it high on the right now to DeMarco Dunn. Ralph on the left point, it comes to Baldwin. Dribbles, drives left to the lane. Running shot forced up. Baldwin, no good. Rebound, but a foul.
No, they said the ball wedge.
Oh, okay.
It's a wedge, so it's going to be
neck ball. Possession error will keep it with Penn State.
Yeah. Still a 6.6 differential.
And the fans upset. They thought that Baldwin was fouled.
They did.
20 on the shot clock, 26 left in the half.
But they don't have a whistle or striped shirt on either.
Now, Ivan Yagovin being warned by the officials that he can't hug Yannick Conan Niederhauser before the inbound. Baldwin left to the backboard, inbounds. Conan Niederhauser on the left point, fakes, dribbles, drives the lane, goes to the loop, and he dunks. A nasty one over Ivan Yagovin.
Oh, my.
10 for Yannick Conan Niederhauser. And it's 43-33.
Oh, my.
Penn State trailing Ohio State, but the Nittany Lions with momentum with 16.7 seconds left in the timeout called.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be on a poster.
Oh, it should be.
That is going to be on a poster. But here's the thing, if you're Ivan Yagovin, I mean, Niederhauser came into this game 1 for 9 from beyond the arc. He missed his one here. He's 1 for 10. Why are you coming out on a hard hedge?
That's what he did.
I mean, plus you're 7-1. Let him have that shot. You give it to him all day long. He came out on a hard hedge. Not a hard closeout, I should say. Didn't contain, and that led to the monster dunk by Niederhauser.
He just drove right down the lane from the left point and threw it in.
That is a poster big time.
16.7 seconds left in the half, 43-33. Ohio State with a lead. Buckeyes will have the ball for what they hope will be the final possession of the first half.
Yeah, 2 defensive mistakes. One, you fall down. That happens. It allows Ace Baldwin to have a clear look. He hits a 3. You're up 15. And then you make a mistake again and allow Penn State to go right down for a monster dunk.
On the right sideline, Micah Parrish will inbound it for Ohio State. He's out there with Glover, Mobley, Royal, and Thornton. Penn State looks like they're in a matchup zone.
Plenty of time here, Paul.
Thornton between the circles, picks up his dribble, throws right to the foul line. Parrish to Thornton, left of the key, throws a 3. Thornton in and out. Rebound, Conan Niederhauser. But Glover saves the ball, gets it underneath the Royal, shoots and misses from low on the left. Half comes to an end as Ohio State had a couple of tries but couldn't cash in on them. 43-33. The Buckeyes leading Penn State at the half here at Rec Hall. In-State College. We'll pause. This is Buckeye Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Growing up in the family business, I've seen firsthand the joy and love that comes with finding the perfect engagement ring. For over 77 years, our family's been dedicated to providing the best quality, unmatched selection, and the guaranteed best price. From timeless classics to custom designs, we have the perfect ring for every love story. Let our family help you celebrate the moments that mean the most. Visit Diamond Cellar today on Salmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Mother, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmiler.com. Go Bucks!
The Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Welcome to the AEP Energy Halftime Show, and here at Rec Hall in State College, Pennsylvania, it's Ohio State leading Penn State 43-33. Buckeyes were really looking like they were about to open things up, Ron, but then the Nittany Lions had a couple of plays right before the half ended to give them some momentum and fire this crowd up.
And that's why you got coaches on the sideline. Buckeyes up by 15. Coach Rose calls a timeout, and then they respond with a 3 and a deuce to cut that lead down to where it is today. So that was a great timeout to help his team.
Shooting numbers for the half, 44% for Ohio State. Penn State up to 48%. Ohio State 5 for 14 from three-point range. Nittany Lions 4 for 12. Buckeyes have made all of their free throws, all 6 of them. Penn State 5 for 9. Rebounding, Ohio State at 23-10, 23-12 advantage on the backboard. Buckeyes have grabbed 9 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they've been really good on attacking that glass, and rightfully so. I mean, this is an area where you think you can maybe have an advantage. Penn State's had some issues. I mentioned the failed rebound attempts in the game they lost to Michigan. So if you're Ohio State, you attack where you can, and they've been very productive in getting some offensive putbacks.
Yannick Conan-Niederhauser, who had that monster dunk right before the half, the leading scorer with Penn State with 10 points. John Mobley pacing the way for Ohio State with 13. Devin Royal with 10. Micah Parrish right behind with 8. So the Buckeyes are getting production out of some of the people you expected from.
Yeah, I mean, you lead with your upperclassmen, and Jake Diva talked about he wanted his guys who are juniors and seniors to lead this team, and Mobley, not Mobley, but Micah Parrish, you're thinking now he's 3 of 7, but his defense has been really outstanding. Big reason why Ohio State has this double-digit lead.
Again, the score here at the half, 43-33. Ohio State ahead of Penn State. Stay tuned. Skip Mossick with a scoreboard update next as our AEP Energy halftime report continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Make 2025 your championship year by scoring everything you need to host an epic game day bash with Bob's Discount Furniture. Get party-ready and budget-friendly dining sets, sleek bar carts, and savvy storage pieces perfect for displaying all that Buckeye memorabilia. Somebody put the game day chili on. It's time to party, so stop in and see how much you can save at Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at Safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Your home for Ohio State Athletics, The Fan.
Halftime here at Rec Hall in State College. Ohio State leads Penn State by 10 here at the break, 43-33. Our AEP Energy halftime report continues. Skip Mossick with a check of your Thursday scoreboard. Big Ten basketball later tonight. Number 18, Illinois, will be at Nebraska. Meanwhile, number 16, Oregon, will play at UCLA. Basketball around the state tonight. Couple of games one other game underway. Under a minute to play first half. Wright State leads at Youngstown State 50-34. Coming up in just a bit, Cleveland State will be at Purdue Fort Wayne. Just one other game in the top 25 later this evening. Number 19, Memphis, will be in action at Tulane. 5 games tonight in the NBA. Cavaliers playing host to Atlanta. A minute to play first quarter. Cavs up 35-23. 4 minutes to play first quarter. Lakers up at Washington 26-18. 10 games tonight in the National Hockey League. Blue Jackets are in action at Vegas later on this evening. Games currently in progress. First period, Winnipeg leads at Boston 1-0. Montreal and Minnesota are scoreless, as are Washington and Ottawa. First period, Tampa Bay up on the Kings 1-0. Chicago and Carolina scoreless in the first period. Golf opening round at Pebble Beach. Russell Henley is your leader at 8 under par. Henley leads by 1. Our halftime report this evening was brought to you by AEP Energy. Buckeye fans, say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings with a fixed price plan with AEP Energy. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Again, the score here at the half, Ohio State 43, Penn State 33. Paul and Ron back to preview the second half next. This is Buckeye Basketball from Learfield.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now let's discuss the financial ecosystem of Main Street. The more you deposit locally, the more capital is available for your community, the more your community thrives. It's actually as simple as that. Support your community by banking local. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Come on over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. Halftime here at Rec Hall in State College, Pennsylvania, 43-33. Ohio State leading Penn State. What would you like to see the Buckeyes pick up on, Ron?
I mean, their defense has been pretty stellar here, Paul, so I'm not really saying they need to pick up anything there. I'd like to see them be a little bit more productive in the three or in transition. Right now they're 5 of 14, 36%, which is not too bad. But I'd like to see them getting more in transition there.
All right, that's 6,500 on hand in this intimate setting at Rec Hall in State College, and Ohio State leading Penn State 43-33. Start of the second half. Coming up next, this is Buckeye Basketball from Learfield.
American Electric Power is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
Hi, I'm Janelle Coleman with American Electric Power. AEP comes together with our communities to create a better future every day. Whether we serve, build, or simply share with others, we make Central Ohio brighter for our neighbors. Our collaboration with Buckeyes Care is another way we work to make the future boundless for all.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
A team that studies the unique makeup of your disease to develop a personalized treatment plan.
You're choosing our region's only comprehensive cancer center designated by the National Cancer Institute.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Our broadcast position here at Rec Hall and State College, sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com, equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. Second half will start shortly. Ohio State leading Penn State 43-33. The foundation is operating a 50-50 raffle at each Ohio State home basketball game this season, with proceeds benefiting basketball student athletes and local charities. For more information on how you can participate, visit the Foundation social media channels. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
You didn't mess with that pretzel that time, Paul, so you're good.
It's lingering. Man. We did learn something about this building when we came in here. Steve Jones, the voice of the Nittany Lions, Rec Hall, which was used, as we mentioned, as their home court from 1929 to 1996. It was built by the same architect that built the Palestra in Philadelphia, and you can see some of the similarities to it.
Yeah, I think we called a game there when Jim O'Brien was the coach.
No.
It wasn't Jim O'Brien?
It was Thad Matta's first season.
That's right.
And Ohio State played St. Joseph's, where I think at the time it's still St. Joe's plays their home games in the Palestra, but it was a historic arena where the Big Five of Philadelphia always played a lot of games. You had Temple, St. Joe's, you had LaSalle, Drexel, and Villanova was all part of that.
That's all changed now.
It certainly is. But this is, something we mentioned. This is the fifth time that Penn State has played here since they've moved away to the Bryce Jordan Center. And as we mentioned, you probably imagine there's some Penn State fans probably wish they played all their games here.
They're very cozy. They obviously got a great crowd here tonight, wearing all white.
And you know what, too, when they get some of the plays like they had at the end of the first half, especially that big nasty dunk from Yannick Koenig-Niederhauser, it gets this crowd at close quarters all fired up.
Yeah, Niederhauser's a pretty athletic 7-foot guy. And you said, Paul, he's averaging just over 2.1 blocks per game, and he's really good on the defensive end. But, he had a stretch where he was out of the game for a little bit. I'm not sure what he was dealing with, but it impacted Penn State. When he came back in, it was a different ballgame.
Ohio State trying to get what would be not only a third win in a row, but a third win away from home. And, this is a basketball team. We talked about where the Big Ten standings were in our Big Ten segment before. Right now, Ohio State is 10th in the standings. The top four get the double byes in the Big Ten tournament. The last three do not qualify for the conference tournament. Right now, that would be Minnesota, Nebraska, and Washington.
Washington's 1 of 8 in the Big Ten. Nebraska 2 of 7. Minnesota 3 of 7, who's been playing well.
They have. That's the thing. They're a dangerous basketball team. Unfortunately, Ohio State doesn't have to see them anymore in the regular season.
Namely, Dawson Garcia.
Ooh. Yeah, well, he's in his 5th season, and he's playing like he wants to get paid next year.
Yes, I agree with that.
43-33 is the Ohio State lead over Penn State. This is the only meeting of the regular season between these two teams who split their series last year, each winning on the home floors. Ohio State to start the second half will have Aaron Bradshaw, John Mobley, Devin Royal, Micah Parrish, and Bruce Thornton. Nobody in any real foul concern for Ohio State. Aaron Bradshaw has 2, John Mobley with 2. Penn State has Ace Baldwin with 2. Nick Kern has 2. One of those was a technical foul that he got. Out of the huddle, the Nittany Lions leave their head coach Mike Rhodes, Ace Baldwin, Nick Kern, Yannick Koenig-Niederhauser, Freddie DeLeon, and Zach Hicks. Of course, this was the same location where earlier this football season Ohio State got a big win. And at Penn State, their first loss of the season.
That was fun watching that one and listening to you guys, man.
Yes, it was. It was a good day.
Yes, it was.
Of course, Penn State made it all the way to the semis of the college football playoffs and lost to the Notre Dame team that Ohio State eventually beat for the national championship.
Back-to-back Big Ten champions in football.
And after tonight's game, Ohio State comes home briefly, then gets back on the road. They'll leave Saturday, go to Champaign for a 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon game against a pretty good Illinois team. Buckeyes with the ball starting the half, leading 43-33. John Mobley hands it off on the right point for Micah Parrish. Stripped out of his hands, but Parrish reclaims it. However, he's called for a foul going to get the ball, Micah Parrish.
Yeah, you don't want to be lazy with it. Penn State, one of the better teams in causing havoc, and you know they were going to come out of this half energetic.
So Penn State will have the ball moving left to right, trailing by 10.
Good call by the official.
It was. Ace Baldwin brings it center circle, Nittany Lions. Slides to the right point where he's guarded by Bruce Thornton. Now Baldwin all the way down to the right block. Stops, bounces in the right wing. Conan Niederhauser hands it back to Baldwin on the right point. He'll go between a couple of defenders to the head of Key. Throw a pass batted away, but DeLeon saves it on the left wing for Penn State. High on the left, Baldwin. Right point it goes where Hicks shoots an open three. Ball got it.
Yep. Mission accomplished. Got it to single digits with their first possession.
10 points. Zach Hicks, Penn State, 43-36. So Ohio State's lead. Half minute off the clock here in the second half in State College. John Mobley, center circle Buckeyes, guarded by Freddie DeLeon. Throws it now on the left point where handled by Micah Parrish. He's checked by Kern. Parrish faking on the left wing, dribbles to the left point. Parrish now stops, goes high on the right to Thornton, leaves at right point Mobley, pushes to the foul line, goes down the lane, takes it to the hoop, layup good, Mobley.
Just that last-minute extension got him room for that layup.
15 for Mobley, 45-36 is the Ohio State lead, but a whistle as Penn State was coming up the left side of the floor and a foul call.
Aaron Bradshaw with the hold in the box.
And that is his third.
Yeah.
So they'll have Jake Diebler getting a Sean Stewart off the bench to replace Bradshaw.
I would not be surprised if Penn State specifically goes down low to Niederhauser with the smaller Sean Stewart guarding him.
Baldwin left to the backboard inbounds. Conan Niederhauser left wing. Back to Baldwin left to the foul line. He's tied up and fouled. Parrish reached in, and Micah Parrish is called now for his third foul.
Wow, 3 fouls in the first minute, almost first 2 minutes.
So that's a common foul. And Jake Diebler's got to get Quest Glover off the bench to replace Micah Parrish, who'd given Ohio State 8 points in the first half.
Yeah, reaching. And I looked at the replay. Good call by the official. Clearly reached in and got a bunch of arm.
23 in the shot clock for Penn State, who trails 45-36. Baldwin left to the backboard to inbound it. Looking, throws it on the left point now where it's caught by Zach Hicks, who's covered by the smaller Glover. Hicks twirling on the left point, leaves it now high on the left sideline for Kern, who walks at top of the key. Passes on the right point, DeLeon. He'll dribble top of the circle, DeLeon 12 on the shot clock. Down to right lane, DeLeon. Working right wing on Stewart, gives it right point Baldwin. Tosses down on the right block for Kern, posting up Mobley. Top of the key, Hicks fakes a three, shoots a three, up and in. 13 for Zach Hicks, who's caught fire all of a sudden, and it's 45-39 Penn State.
That's a big line out there for Penn State.
Minute and a half into the second half. You mentioned it, Ron. Last year they erased an 18-point deficit at home against Ohio State for a win. Thornton working high on the left for the Buckeyes. Now stops, goes in the lane. Devin Royal bounces underneath Stewart, who fakes and draws a foul as Conan Niederhauser took the fake and came down on top of Sean Stewart.
That's the best thing you do against a shot blocker. Pump fake.
And that's what Sean Stewart did. First foul on Conan Niederhauser.
Niederhauser was looking for the block.
At big time. So Sean Stewart will go to the line where Monday night he was 2 for 3 against Iowa. 6'9" sophomore and a transfer from Duke. First free throw for Stewart is good for his 5th point.
Yeah, as a young player, just continued to improve his game this summer. It's going to be so very important for Sean Stewart. Free throw shooting's got to improve. His shooting around the perimeter. That's okay. He's got a lot of effort, wants to be coached.
Second free throw missed. Conan Niederhauser, who committed the foul, gets the rebound. 46-39 is the Ohio State lead 2 minutes into the second half. Ace Baldwin, Penn State between the circles, guarded by Thornton and a man-to-man. Baldwin will toss in the left wing for Hicks. He'll drive the left baseline. Hicks stop on the left block. Go left wing, Conan Niederhauser. Off to Baldwin, left point. He'll feed in the lane. Conan Niederhauser catches. Shot blocked away by Stewart. Into the hands of Royal for Ohio State. And Mobley up the left side feeds it Stewart in the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands, but saved by Royal left to the lane. To the hoop for a dunk. Devin Royal left to the iron.
Oh, Devin Royal saying, I'm here.
12 for Devin Royal. 48-39. Ohio State with the lead.
Flexing a little bit after that dunk.
Yes, he was. 17 and a half left in the game. Baldwin driving the right side of the lane. Penn State ball knocked off his knee and out of bounds. Turnover to the Buckeyes. Ace Baldwin spit the bit.
Back-to-back good plays there for Devin Royal. He's got the dunk, and then he swiped the ball off the leg of Ace Baldwin.
48-39. Ohio State on top. 17 and a half to play. Second half here in State College. Quest Glover up the middle of the floor for Ohio State, guarded by the taller Zach Hicks. Glover at center circle. Dribbles to the right point. Glover stops, shoots it right to the foul line. Glover up and in.
Yes, he's just so pure with that jump shot there.
First two of the game. Quest Glover, 50-39, Ohio State. 3 minutes into the second half. Kern in the left corner, Penn State. Kern will bring it to the left point now. Handed off Baldwin, left of the key. Bounces left of the lane, and a foul committed by Devin Royal, reaching around Yannick Konen-Niederhauser.
And Devin Royal looks right to the bench. You just don't want to reach there.
His second personal foul. The fourth of the half on Ohio State.
And you get him off the box. Mission accomplished.
Right. Baldwin will inbound at left wing. Konen-Niederhauser back to Baldwin on the left flank. He'll pass the top of the key. Freddie DeLeon with 15 on the shot clock. DeLeon dribbling against Glover on the left point. Throws the top of the key now. Where Kern will throw in the lane. Konen-Niederhauser fakes from low on the left. Goes up for a shot. Good, and a foul. Basket counts. Royal with a foul, his third.
And this is where missing length out there, namely Aaron Bradshaw. That would have been a block.
Yannick Konen-Niederhauser with 12 points, and he'll have a free throw coming with Ohio State's lead at 50-41. And now Devin Royal will have to leave as Evan Mahaffey replaces him. Konen-Niederhauser, a 66% free thrower, and he is 0 for 2 tonight in this game. But he's got one attempt coming right here. Up and in. 13 points for the young man from Switzerland. And it's 50-42, Ohio State on top, 16:45 left in the game. Glover pressed in the backcourt, crossed the line to Thornton, gives it high on the right sideline, Mobley. John Mobley, Ohio State will now walk it to center circle. Looks like Penn State's playing a zone defense. Mobley high on the right to Mahaffey. 12 on the shot clock. Mahaffey stumbling on the right side of the floor. Center circle, Mobley dribbles to the left point. Left corner goes Thornton, who rifles a three. No good. Thornton as it bounces over the board and out of bounds. Ball to Penn State.
Yeah, great moving around the perimeter. Bruce Thornton wide open for that three. Don't have a problem with that shot or that possession.
He's made two of them already tonight. 50-42, Ohio State leading. Penn State with the ball. DeLeon across the line to the right point where he's guarded by Thornton. Freddie DeLeon backing away from the right side of the three-point line. Takes it to the right corner. Now looks to feed inside. Bounces down the right block. Baldwin, who works on Glover. Baldwin doubled up. Bounces in a lane where it's caught by Hicks. Layup no good. Ball out of bounds. It'll belong to Penn State.
And Evan Mahaffey got there late, but he blocked the shot.
10 on the shot clock for the Nittany Lions.
Undersized Buckeyes out there right now, Paul.
Yeah, they sure are. Inbound will go top of the key. Konen-Niederhauser works right to the foul line. Top of the circle pass. Baldwin throws a three. No good. Baldwin. Long rebound clangs off to Mobley of Ohio State. 50-42 Buckeyes on top. Under 16 to play in the game. John Mobley, center circle guarded by DeLeon. Mobley for the Buckeyes looking at a man-to-man defense. Dribbles between his legs at center circle. Starts high on the right, brings it around left point, feeds it Mahaffey. Down the right side of the lane to the hoop. Mahaffey, layup no good. Tipped in left of the rim by Sean Stewart.
And pick and roll involving Evan Mahaffey and John Mobley Jr. led to that.
7 for Stewart, 52-42, Ohio State's lead. 15.5 left in the game. Baldwin dribbling left to the foul line, into the paint, draws a foul. As Ace Baldwin was in a hurry down the lane, and Bruce Thornton commits his first of the night, and we'll get a timeout with 15:28 left in the game here in State College. 52-42, Ohio State leading Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts, and for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season, with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through February 3rd, get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.49 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models, with $1,681 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Come on over to Heartland.
Getting a mortgage? We take pride in providing the value and service you deserve in one of the most important transactions you'll ever have. Community banks have the most flexibility and the lowest rates. Now fact check that. I'm Scott McComb, CEO, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Stay safe this season and make a plan for a safe ride home. If you drive drunk, you will be caught and you will be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over, funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 15:28 to play second half here in State College. 52-42, Ohio State leading Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State's not going to go away. Not easy. They got a lot of pride here. They fought hard. They're a good team, and they got guards that can make plays. So if you're Ohio State, you got to continue to fight through this with the foul trouble now. You got 16 fouls. From here on out, all common fouls. Penn State's going to that free throw line now. The other thing that Ohio State's got to deal with, they're a small lineup right now. It seems like every single matchup, Penn State has this height advantage.
Buckeyes have out on the court Evan Mahaffey, Sean Stewart, Bruce Thornton, John Mobley, and Quest Glover for Penn State. Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Zach Hicks, DeMarco Dunn, Nick Kern, and it'll be Ace Baldwin inbounding from left to the backboard with 22 on the Nittany Lions shot clock. Baldwin with the ball left to the backboard, looking to throw it in. Bounces now, it's caught by Kern, knocked away by Stewart into the hands of Glover for Ohio State. 52-42, Buckeyes leading and running. Glover underneath Mahaffey, bobbles under the rim. Mahaffey curling around his defender. Now gives it up high on the left sideline, Quest Glover. Glover, top of the key. Dribbling behind his back, steps out to the right point, leaves it right of the key to Bruce Thornton with 16 on the shot clock for Ohio State. Thornton now on the left point, stops his dribble, has it knocked away, but he saves, gives it to Mobley, who brings it to center circle, 10 on the shot clock. Glover high on the right with the ball. Glover, top of the key, pumps a three up off the bounce, air ball, sails out of bounds.
Again, DeMarco Dunn at 6'5", even though you got great elevation there by Quez Glover, highly contested shot there.
52-42, Ohio State with a lead. Penn State with the ball, 14:58. Remaining in the second half here at Rec Hall, and as the ball was inbounded, the official stopping play for a moment.
Yeah, something didn't start on time. That should be 30 seconds.
It should be, yes. It's showing 22. Now it's at 28.
28.
It's not only Columbus where that happens.
One says 28, it says 22. I think it's a clock issue.
Well, you know, in a building that they only use once for men's basketball, they had a women's game here last night.
Well, they got to fix it. See how the differential.
Yeah, sure do. And that's what the officials are explaining to the coaches what the problem is.
Get a free timeout here.
Remember one year up in East Lansing at the Breslin Center, what was a fairly new building, one of the shot clocks on top of the basket had a short circuit and it flamed out. There was actual flame coming out of it, and they had to go get the old stationary shot clocks they put on the corner of the floor.
Yeah, it's better than a broken backboard, though.
Oh, yes.
Although
yes.
Now they have spares back there now. So
they do.
Be as long in terms of a delay.
Well, I remember doing a game in Memphis one time where somebody went and dunked and the breakaway backboard went down, but they couldn't get it back up in the locked position. That was almost an hour delay of a game. Just under 15 minutes left in this one. It's 52-42.
There's some field time during that, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh, I was working with Chuck Mashok, so you know there was a lot to talk about. 52-42, Ohio State with a lead over Penn State, the late Chuck Mashok, who recruited you to Ohio State.
Sure did.
And they, again, are working on trying to get the shot clock issue addressed. Now, you know, here's the other crazy thing, Ron. If you look, the one to our right where it's 22 seconds above the basket, the side shot clock at the stanchion says 28.
I'm not. Is that the same thing on the one to our left?
I could just see the one on the stanchion. I can't see it atop the basket because we're parallel with the backboard. The game clock has 14:57 on it. The important numbers are 52-42. Ohio State leading Penn State.
Yeah, I wonder. Hard to say. Does it? Who does this delay hurt more?
Hard to say. I agree with you.
You know, Penn State was on fire there a little bit. Ohio State responded.
And, you know, these kind of problems, technology or whatever, a lot of people want to know why Ohio State doesn't play more games at St. John Arena. This kind of problem is why.
Yep.
They have a hard time getting internet, getting technology, and as well as the bathrooms, from what we were told, don't all work properly. Mm-hmm. That could be a problem after a pretzel or after sauerkraut, couldn't it, Skip? But you have to admire Penn State for wanting to do this. It's not once a year. They did it last year, but every so often playing in this building. As he said, it is an intimate, cozy, compressed, old-school setting.
Yeah, but today you're talking about the pressures of universities to maintain revenue, Paul, and You want facilities that can do, they're multifaceted.
Yeah, and have suites to draw that kind of revenue. 52-42 is the Ohio State lead over Penn State. 14:57 on the second half clock. The three officials are at the scorer's table, which is below us, and they're talking with whomever they're discussing this with. And again, it is a matter of the shot clocks being not in sync with one another. And eventually, well, the one to our right above the basket that Penn State's shooting at, they've turned the shot clock off. Maybe they're just trying to reboot, huh?
Yep. Reboot it. See if it'll come back right.
And
I think this one here, even though it's hard to say, it looks like there's an 8.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that one to the left is right.
And 28 seconds would seem to be the right thing. Right now, let's pause. Speaking of time, 10 seconds for station identification of the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always your home for Buckeye basketball.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Your flagship station for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Well, taking the legal ID must have helped because it looks like the shot clocks, well, as soon as we say that, they're not in sync again. Now they are.
They're in sync.
They are now.
They rebooted, so everything's good.
And it appears they're going to operate with 30 seconds on the shot clock. The ball belongs to Penn State. 14:51 left in the game here at Rec Hall. And it is 52-42. Ohio State with the lead. Buckeyes trying for a third straight win. Penn State trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Well, can't really tell what it is they're announcing, but or maybe that's not the PA, that's just the boombox. Penn State with the ball. 52-42. Ohio State with the lead. Ace Baldwin dribbles up the middle of the floor for the Nittany Lions. Bruce Thornton picks him up, head of the key. Baldwin drifts out to the left point, throws in the right point now. DeMarco Dunn. Off of the right wing, it comes Nick Kern. Kern guarded by Thornton and a switch right of the key with 13 of the shot clock. Kern on the right wing throws the top of the circle. Conan Niederhauser. 10 of the shot clock as he hands it to Dunn, head of the key. Dunn down the left side of the lane, 7 of the shot clock. Left corner to Hicks, who's bothered by Mobley. Hicks will dump it, Conan Niederhauser. Doubled, tripled on the left block. Top of the key, Dunn fires a desperation 3 that rattles in and out. Rebound Thornton, Ohio State. 52-42, Buckeyes on top. 14:25 left in the game. Thornton to the right wing, pulls up, shoots off the dribble. Up, no good. Rebound ripped down by Hicks of Penn State. 52-42 Ohio State. Kern up the right sideline, Nittany Lions. 14:14 left in the game. Kern weaves his way foul line down the left side lane. Running shot, missed. Late whistle and a foul on Sean Stewart.
Well, Sean Stewart again wanted the verticality, but I think at the last second he put his arms forward. Automatic foul there.
His second. So that'll be a free throw opportunity for Penn State. As the Ohio State coaches have got Aaron Bradshaw. 3 fouls and all at the scorer's table to check in. Nick Kern coming off a double-double in their game against Michigan. 16 points and 10 rebounds. And he's at the free throw line for the first time tonight. First foul shot is no good.
He's second on the team and getting to the line.
And this is a Penn State team third in the conference in free throw shooting at almost 76%.
Coming in this game, Ace Baldwin been there 116 times and Nick Kern 90.
So Kern shooting now at the line for what would be just his third point, and he shanks that one also.
Wow.
And Ohio State gets the rebound. 52-42 Buckeyes on top, 14 minutes left in the second half. John Mobley for Ohio State, top of the key, Evan Mahaffey. He'll dribble a couple of times, leave it between the rings. Thornton off it to go to Mobley, high on the right sideline. Mobley dribbling top of the key with a double team on it. Gives it on the right point. Thornton, top of the key to Mobley. 10 of the shot clock. Mobley grabbed and fouled at the foul line by Hicks. His second. And that is just the second on the Nittany Lions and a half, and it's a floor foul. So Ohio State will get a new 20 seconds of the shot clock and re-enter the ball leading by 10. Mobley on the left side. Throws to Bradshaw, top of the key, hands it to Mobley, who dribbles straight on top, passes Thornton left to the foul line, gets to the stripe, fakes, lean, shoots below the foul line, up and in, Bruce Thornton.
And the last 3 shot attempts by Bruce Thornton have been solid, high percentage shots.
8 for Bruce Thornton, Ron, and it's 54-42 Ohio State. Penn State's Kern going down the lane with 13.5 to play in the game. Top of the key pass to Baldwin. Baldwin on Thornton. Dribbling left to the foul line, stumbles, falls, loses, gets the ball back, gets it to his teammate Enza underneath to Kern, whose layup is no good, but he's fouled under the rim, went from right to left and drew a John. No, not Mobley.
Aaron Bradshaw. That's his fourth. That's a big one there. Wow.
So that'll put Baldwin at the line.
13-23, take a chance, and he picks it up very quickly.
And that's got Jake Diebler getting Sean Stewart with 2 fouls going to the scorer's table. So Kern, who just went 0 for 2 at the line, is now canned this first one here for his third point. That looked like I was going to bounce out.
Yeah.
So Bradshaw replaced by Stewart for Ohio State. Kern, a 6'6" senior out of St. Louis, where he won 3 state high school basketball titles. Second free throw giggles in and out, but we're going to get a foul called.
It's going to be on Penn State. I think it's going to go on Dunn with the push in the back.
As he tried to keep John Mobley from getting the rebound. Dunn with his first, and that is 3.5 now on the Nittany Lions. Dunn a little slow to get up, and he's limping up there noticeably. And he's walking right to the bench. He's going to be replaced by Dominic Stewart, who comes in for the first time. There's Penn State playing without Puff Johnson, who's dealing with a wrist injury. Ohio State the ball, facing full court pressure, leading 54-43 with 13:20 to play in the game here in State College. Thornton up the right sideline, guarded closely by Ace Baldwin. Thornton right of center circle, works on the right sideline. Thornton has a screen from Glover, uses it to come top of the key. Thornton picked up by Stewart, dribbling top of the key. Thornton to the right point, bump, no whistle. Thornton looking to give it up, leaves it Mobley high on the right. 9 on the shot clock. Mobley on the right point. Mobley, top of the key. Mobley has the ball poked away, saved by Glover on the left wing, and a foul called on the catch. Stewart committed the foul on the left side of the floor that bailed Glover and Ohio State out with just 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Wow. Stewart, a 6'5" freshman, committing that foul that allowed Ohio State to re-enter the ball.
You can hear the displeasure of
can.
the Nittany Lions fan base here.
That's because they're right over Skip Mossick's left shoulder. 54-43, Ohio State the lead in the ball. Mahaffey inbounds Glover, but we get a foul called on a screen set by Sean Stewart that got Glover open, and that's 3 on Stewart.
Now, you don't believe in makeup calls, do you?
Yes, I do. Don't you?
That's a makeup call there.
So now Ohio State will get Ivan Yagovin to the table to check in and replace Sean Stewart.
Now, could you have called it? Maybe, but
yeah, but I
can let it go.
Under 13 to play in the game. 54-43. Ohio State the lead. Penn State the ball. Ace Baldwin between the circles. Nittany Lions drifts to the left point. Baldwin down the left side of the lane. Throws it on the right sideline. We're coming down as Kern. Fake, shoots, and scores. Kern with 5 as Yagovin stayed on the floor and Kern got the basket. 54-45. Ohio State's lead. 12:35 remaining in the game. Quest Glover, center circle Buckeyes, covered by Stewart, throws in the right point, Bruce Thornton. Where he's checked by Baldwin. Thornton pushes to the foul line, ball knocked out of his hand, saves in the lane, gets it on Mobley, head to the key, guns a deep 3, no good, but a foul called as Kern made contact with Mobley from the head of the key, his third foul, and that'll give John Mobley 3 free throws.
Did not get a chance to see that. I was looking at the actions underneath the basket.
I was watching the ball. So John Mobley will go to the line, where tonight he is 2 for 2. But that shot was going to be missed, but Kern made contact. That is Penn State's 5th foul of the half.
Yeah, great awareness by Bruce Thornton. He got locked up in the middle of the lane and nowhere to go, and he found John Mobley out there.
First one good for Mobley's 16th point.
Doesn't play like a freshman anymore.
No, not anymore. 6'1" freshman from Reynoldsburg, just east of the city of Columbus. Second free throw missed. Coming off a 12-point and 8-assist game Monday against Iowa. Devin Royal and Micah Parrish into the Ohio State lineup. Royal with 3 fouls, Parrish with 3 fouls.
Parrish was over there for a little bit.
He was. So John Mobley Jr., third free throw right down the ropes for his 17th point. And the Ohio State lead is 56-45 with 12:19 to play in the game. Penn State's Ace Baldwin brings it top of the key. Gives it Stewart high on the left sideline. Buckeyes in his zone. Ball to Baldwin, head of the key. Left point Stewart. Returns it Baldwin, top of the circle. Bounces foul line. Hicks underneath to Kern. Fakes, shoots it from low on the right. Kern's layup good. 7 for Kern. 56-47 Ohio State. Under 12 to play in the game. Mobley left of center circle. Dribbles top of the key. John Mobley on Dominic Stewart. Gives it now Parrish high on the left to Mobley between the rings. Mobley walks it to the left point, cuts back to the foul line. Down the lane, Mobley, running shot, thrown up, no good. Tip dunk, Yagovin right at the rim. Ivan Yagovin with his first 2. 58-47 Ohio State. 11.5 to play in the game. Penn State's Baldwin, top of the key, guarded aggressively by Thornton on the left point. Now Baldwin brings it head of the circle, steps to the right point. Baldwin hands it right wing now to Nick Kern. Kern will drive to the right block, throw a shot up that's missed, but Ivan Yagobin will be called for a foul. That'll be his first, and we'll get a timeout. The 11:26 left in the game in State College. 58-47, Ohio State leading Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Hey, Buckeye Nation, Paul Keels here for my other favorite nation, Window Nation. If you're a fan of scoring, you're going to love this. Window Nation is going nuts with an incredible offer just for you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free plus 0 down and 0 payments with 0 interest for 2 years. And if you order a full house of windows, you'll be part of a full house at the Shoe with tickets to a Buckeye game. Call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit them online at windownation.com. Tell them Paul sent you for the Buckeyes Full House Special.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Buckeye basketball is brought to you by Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. 11:26 left in the second half here at Rec Hall in State College, Pennsylvania. Ohio State leading Penn State 58-47.
Yeah, a couple things if you're Penn State really concerning. You're 7 of 14 from the free throw line. You're giving away points there. That's 50%. Then you also allowed Ohio State to get 4 free ones because of technical fouls. So big difference there.
How about the difference in rebounding? Ohio State a 30-17 advantage with 11 offensive rebounds.
They're getting it done. They're more aggressive. Winning that battle, 50-50 balls, that's a positive thing, but Penn State continues to linger.
They do, and especially when you get a guy that's gotten hot like Zach Hicks. How about Ivan Yagobin continuing to give Ohio State some decent minutes?
Yeah, he got the dunk, Paul. That's why under control drives to the basket leads to so many things. 1, you can get a score. 2, you can draw contact. And then you draw defense, too, and allow yourself to get a great position for an offensive rebound. That's why having guards on your team that can get to the rack, that's big time.
Yeah, and it's really helped when you consider that Bradshaw and Stewart are both dealing with foul trouble. On the court, it's Yagobin, Royal, Mobley, Parrish, and Thornton for Ohio State. For Penn State, Nick Kern, who'll be at the free throw line, is out there with Yannick Conan-Niederhauser, Ace Baldwin, Dominic Stewart, and Zach Hicks. DeMarco Dunn went out, appeared to be injured for Penn State. That's why Dominic Stewart is on the floor. Nick Kern, 1 for 3 at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First one is no good. That is now 10 team fouls in the second half on Ohio State.
7 for 15.
Leaving cash money out there. 11:26 to play. And Nick Kern, senior out of St. Louis. Free throw good on the back end for the Virginia Commonwealth transfer. His 8th point.
2 for 6 for him.
Yeah. 58-48, Ohio State's lead. Penn State pressing with 11:23 left in the game. Bruce Thornton up the middle of the backcourt. Cross the line left side where he's guarded by Ace Baldwin. Thornton is. Thornton for Ohio State. Dribbling at the center circle logo. Moves to the right point. Bounces in the lane. Devin Royal catches, turns, forces a shot up Royal. No good, but he is fouled. Hicks with a foul.
Yeah,
his 3rd.
You can play aggressive defense, but when the guy's in the shooting motion, stops right there, it's going to be a foul call.
And that is team foul number 6 on the Nittany Lions. So Devin Royal, who has already racked up his 15th double-figure game of the year, and his 75% free throw. They shoot 2, and his first one falls. How much was he missed in that Indiana game?
Probably a W.
Could have been. When you consider he averages almost 14 and over 7 rebounds. 6'6" sophomore, former Mr. Basketball winner in the state of Ohio, Devin Royal. Second free throw rattles in and out, and Penn State gets the rebound. 59-48 Ohio State with 11:05 to play in the game. Baldwin starts it high and left for the Nittany Lions. Walks it below center circle on Bruce Thornton. Baldwin will cut to the right point. Drive the right lane line. Go to the hoop. Layup missed. Rebound Yagovin. Ohio State as Baldwin short-armed. 59-48 Buckeyes. Mobley quickly in a hurry. Comes to the head of the key. John Mobley. Mobley with a screen. Comes to the left point. John Mobley. Now passes top of the key. Micah Parrish, who's checked by Baldwin. Parrish behind a screen from Yagovin. Takes it to the right wing. Parrish to the right corner. Shut off on the baseline. Throws underneath. Royal kicks it out left point. Mobley. Top of the key. Thornton. Snaps off an open 3. Bullseye.
Yeah, great awareness. Royal, Mobley to the next best shooter.
And that was Thornton, who's got 11. 62-48 Ohio State. But then as Baldwin comes up court, he is fouled by Bruce Thornton at the foul line. Second on Thornton.
This could be a long 10-26.
Could be even longer if they have more shot clock problems.
I'm just saying,
I know
shoot
what you
free
mean.
throws every time.
Baldwin going to the stripe for the first time tonight. He is the number 1 free thrower in the Big Ten and 6th best in the country at 93%. And has scored 6 points all prior to the halftime. Ace Baldwin, first one, good. He is the only Division I player with more than 1,500 points, more than 300 steals, and more than 700 assists. Much of that coming at VCU. Second toss at the line is good. 8 points, Ace Baldwin. 62-50 Ohio State with 10:26 to play in the game. Penn State pressing as the inbound comes to Thornton. Right side of the backcourt to John Mobley. Across the line, center circle, Devin Royal. Royal right of the logo, leaves it at the same spot for John Mobley. 19 on the shot clock for Ohio State, who leads at 62-50. Ball to Royal, high on the right, comes right sideline. Parrish, top of the key, Mobley, steps left point behind the screen. Left corner, Thornton, who rifles a 3, bullseye. Bruce Thornton, 14 points, 65-50 Ohio State. 10 minutes to play, second half here at State College. Baldwin, Penn State, dribbling left to the foul line. Backs away, head of the key, throws right point to Nick Kern. He'll take it to the foul line. Kern now walk to the right point, bounce it right to the lane where it's batted away by Yagovin, but saving it is Conan Niederhauser. Down on the right block, short jumper missed. Rebound Yagovin, Ohio State. As Devin Royal bothered the shot. 65-50, Buckeyes on top.
Six assists for John Mobley Jr. He had 8 in the last ball game.
9.5 to play in the game. Thornton walking right point, drives the right side of the lane, goes to the hoop, running shot low on the right, missed. But you get a foul called as Yagovin got shoved away from an offensive rebound try by Nick Kern, getting his 4th foul.
That's an easy one to call there, Paul.
It helps when a 7'1" player goes flying out of bounds, too.
That's team foul number 6 for Penn State, or is that 7?
I believe it's 7.
Okay, this stat monitor. Oh, there we go, 7. Yeah.
So Ivan Yagovin, 7'1" freshman out of Croatia, going to the free throw line. Yagovin, where this season he is 1 for 3. Yeah. Thank you. You beat me to it. He has scored 2 points already. First free throw of the 1-and-1. He is good for Ivan. Reminds me of hearing people tell stories about when they listened to games on the radio. When Elvin Hayes was playing for the Houston Rockets, you could hear through the radio, Big E, from the PA announcer. And Ohio State's Big E cans his second free throw. 4 points, Ivan Yagovin, and it's 67-50 Ohio State. 9:23 left in the game here at State College. Baldwin below center circle, Penn State passes on the right point to left point, DeMarco Dunn. He'll bounce it left to the lane, Conan Niederhauser trying to post up Yagovin. Spins on the left baseline, spins into the lane, hook shot up and in.
He had to come over with an array of moves because Ivan Yagovin didn't bite on any of the pump fakes.
15 for Yannick Conan Niederhauser of Penn State, 67-52 Ohio State. Less than 9 to play in the game. Royal, top of the key, to the foul line, down the lane. Puts a running shot up, no good. Rebound Yagovin, but a foul called, and it's Conan Niederhauser, I believe, who was wrestling with Ivan Yagovin.
Oh, man.
Nope, they're going to call it on Ivan Yagovin. His second.
Wow.
Wow. It looked like both he and Conan Niederhauser were equally embraced.
I'll have to see the replay on that one.
So Yannick Conan Niederhauser will go to the line.
He's 1 for 3, so he hadn't been good there.
But he hasn't been as bad as some of the others, though. He has scored 15 points, Conan Niederhauser, and has 4 rebounds. 7-foot junior from Switzerland, who played his first 2 years at Northern Illinois. Free throw, short.
This is going to be a long ending of this second half. Oh, my goodness.
8:53 to play in this second half.
How many fouls been called here?
Lots.
21 for Ohio State.
Free throw, good. Yannick Conan Niederhauser, who has scored 16 points. And it's 67-53, Ohio State on top with under 9 to play in the game. Mobley, middle of the backcourt, throws center circle Royal, where he is fouled by Dominic Stewart, his second.
Wow. Walk to the other end.
On some street corners, that would have brought a citation. And so Devin Royal will go to the free throw line.
Stewart's a freshman. He's learning. He had a costly foul earlier where the shot clock was winding down just almost at 3. Bailed Ohio State out.
So Devin Royal steps up to the line. He has scored 3 points since halftime. It has 13 for the game. First to the 1-and-1 for Royal. Bounces, no good. Offensive rebound, Yagovin, Ohio State, who keeps the ball leading 67-53. Mobley below center circle is guarded by Baldwin. Mobley will now dribble to the left point. John Mobley picked up by Hicks in the switch. Mobley, top of the key. Dribbling, pushes foul line. Mobley down the right side of the lane. Stops, shoots it right of the lane. Mobley up, no good. Rebound, Penn State's done. 67-53. Buckeyes on top with 8:24 to play in the game. Ball in the hands now of Dominic Stewart, top of the key for Penn State. Dribbles to the right wing, bounces down the right block. Conan Niederhauser loses it out of bounds. Dribbled it off his own foot and out of bounds. Ball to the Buckeyes.
He drop step, thought he had a lead or an advantage, went off his foot. Ohio State's basketball.
Boy, they've had so many turnovers, you'd think there's a bakery open here. 8:13 to play in the game. Ohio State the ball leading 67-53. Royal center circle. Gives it right to the logo to John Mobley, who's covered by DeMarco Dunn. Mobley now between the rings, gives it. Devin Royal walks at left point, stops left of the key, passes high to left sideline. Parrish right to the logo it comes. Now to Mobley, dribbles right point. Mobley top of the key to Parrish, 9 on the shot clock. Parrish shoots a straight on 3 over Stewart, misses, but he is fouled by Dominic Stewart. And it'll be 3 free throws for Micah Parrish, and we'll get a timeout with 7:53 remaining in the game here in State College. 67-53, Ohio State leading Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Hey Buckeye Nation, Paul Keels here for my other favorite nation, Window Nation. If you're a fan of scoring, you're going to love this. Window Nation is going nuts with an incredible offer just for you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free plus 0 down and 0 payments with 0 interest for 2 years. And if you order a full house of windows, you'll be part of a full house at the Shoe with tickets to a Buckeye game. Call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit them online at windownation.com. Tell them Paul sent you for the Buckeyes Full House Special.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Everyday style is easy with favored looks for every day. From harvest and home games to date nights and catching flights, find price right picks for any and every occasion. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. 7:53 to play second half here at State College. 67-53, Ohio State leading Penn State.
Yeah, Micah Parrish will come out to shoot 3 free throws because of that foul by Stewart.
Well, you'll like this. Here's the benefit of sitting next to Adam Jardy from the Columbus Dispatch. The longest stretch in this half without a foul being called, 1 minute and 10 seconds. And what'd you say, Skip? 36 fouls have been called? Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, 21 by Ohio State and 15 by the Nittany Lions.
And part of why the game is not a close one is because Penn State is 11 for 20 from the foul line. Ohio State is 12 for 16.
In the last ball game, there was, against Iowa, 17 committed by Iowa and 18 by Ohio State. That's for a full game.
Yeah.
We still got 7:53 to go.
Stop
fouling.
How
Play
many
defense.
How many players do you think are going to foul out before it's done?
Well, we got 3 guys with 4, of which two of them are Ohio State Buckeyes, Bradshaw and Stewart.
I thought I had Stewart for 3. Let me check that. He's got 4? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. 4. And Bradshaw's got 4? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Micah Parrish will be at the free throw line shooting 3 free throws for Ohio State. He has averaged almost 20 points in the last 3 games. Fifth-year senior, first 2 years at Oakland University in Michigan, the last 2 years at San Diego State. And tonight, Parrish, 8 points all in the first half. First free throw, no good. He got in some early foul trouble in the first half and had to sit quite a bit.
And Ace Baldwin is not really having one of those impact games that he normally has.
Second for Parrish is good. Ohio State has on the court Parrish, Thornton, Mobley, Nyagovin, and Royal. For Penn State, DeLeon, Hicks, Dunn, Conan Niederhauser, and Baldwin. Third free throw good, Micah Parrish, who scored 10, so he gets 2 of the 3, and the Buckeyes lead is now 69-53 with under 8 to play in the game. Ace Baldwin starts it for Penn State between the circles, dribbles to the left point on Bruce Thornton. Baldwin still pounding the dribble, feeds it top of the key where DeLeon has it. One bounce, DeLeon sends it left to the lane. Conan Niederhauser back out on the right point. It comes. Done, but a foul committed to Ivan Nyagovin. Jumped from behind Conan Niederhauser to try for a steal and gets his 3rd foul.
Double bonus. Oh, man.
So that'll put Yannick Conan Niederhauser to the line. 66% free thrower on the year. They're working on a 16-point game. Meanwhile, Aaron Bradshaw goes to the scorer's table for Ohio State. First free throw is no good. Yannick Conan Niederhauser.
They're not helping themselves.
No.
You get to the bonus like with 15 minutes to go. From that point on, I should say there's 6 fouls on Ohio State they committed at that juncture, and you're not taking advantage of it in no way, shape, or form.
Second free throw is good. 17 points. Yannick Conan Niederhauser. The Penn State trailing 69-54. Ohio State with a lead on the ball. 7.5 to play in the game. Mobley weaves his way up court against pressure. Slows on the left point. Now sets up at center circle. John Mobley Jr. for Ohio State, covered by DeMarco Dunn. Mobley now dribbling to the left point. Dunn sticks with him in a man-to-man. Shot clock at 14. Mobley double team, gives it left wing Bradshaw. He'll fire a long jumper. No good. Bradshaw, but a foul committed. And it was Hicks who shoved Devin Royal away from an opportunity for a rebound. And on Zach Hicks, that's his 4th foul.
It's just bad technique. I mean, box out. You don't need to push. Just get box out. That's the second Nittany Lion did that. The last time I think it was Kearns that did it.
It did. So Devin Royal will go to the free throw line. Ohio State's going to get Ivan Nyagovin back to the scorer's table to check in. Devin Royal with a 13-point game going. First free throw is good. So we've got the double bonus in effect both ways.
Yes, I think what it's going to take to stop fouling is foul those guys out there doing all the fouling.
Yes, I agree.
Just foul them out.
Devin Royal shooting for his 15th point at the free throw line, and he has scored it. So Devin Royal in double figures, and Ohio State's lead is 71-54. Buckeyes trying for a 3rd straight win and their 3rd road win of the year. Penn State is going to get Nick Kern in the game to replace Zach Hicks. Kern's got 4 fouls, if my count's right.
He does. But you're down 17.
Yes, and you need a guy that can score for your Penn State. 7:10 left in the game. Baldwin will get it now. DeLeon, top of the key, goes to Kern. High on the left now to Dunn. Dunn against Mobley. Dribbles top of the circle. Throws it high on the left to Baldwin. Dumps it down on the left block. And Ivan Nyagovin commits a foul on Conan Niederhauser before he catches it. And that's 4 on Ivan. Which team gets the first DQ, Ohio State or Penn State?
Now, you said Adam Girardi from the Columbus Dispatch said every minute, and the last time, the longest stretch between the fouls was a minute 20-something.
Minute 10.
Minute 10. I think it's like 30 seconds now.
Yannick Conan Niederhauser. First free throw is good for his 18th point.
He's getting some rhythm up there.
He is. Aaron Bradshaw in, Ivan Yagovin out. You better tell Austin Parks to get warmed up.
Absolutely.
So Conan Niederhauser, second free throw is good. His 19th point. And full court pressure by Penn State with 7 minutes to play in the game. Thornton in trouble, outlets the ball to Parrish. Left side of the backcourt, Ohio State leading 71-56. Under 7 to play in the game, Micah Parrish, left of center circle. Guarded by Freddie DeLeon. Parrish for the Buckeyes walks below center circle now. Dribbles behind a screen to the left point. Parrish stops, looks to feed, gives it left to the key for Bruce Thornton. 8 on the shot clock. Thornton directing traffic. Dribbles to the foul line. Thornton steps back, head of the key. Shoots a straight on 3. Thornton up and in. 17 for Bruce Thornton, who had done guarding him.
Created separation, Paul.
74-56 is the Ohio State lead. We'll get a timeout as they lead Penn State with 6:29 remaining in the game. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Buckeye Nation, are you ready to cheer your team on to victory? Evan Williams Bourbon is now the official bourbon sponsor of Ohio State athletics and game day's #1 pour. From tip-off traditions to buzzer-beater celebrations, adding this award-winning bourbon to your game day lineup is a slam dunk. It's extra aged for a taste that's smooth, rich, and easy to enjoy, whether you're sipping neat, on the rocks, or in a cocktail. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle near you. Go Buckeyes! Evan Williams, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43.45% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
Where more than 1,700 scientists are working on new treatments and new hope for every form of cancer.
You're making the choice to have the most advanced treatments, many of which were developed right here.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Our broadcast position is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. 6:29 left in the game here at State College. 74-56, Ohio State leading Penn State.
Ohio State has 4 players in double figures, and the leaders are John Mobley Jr. with 17 and Bruce Thornton as well with 17. And you said, Paul, Devin Rowe 15 and Michael Parrish with 10.
Yes. Penn State's top scorer is Yannick Conan Niederhauser with 19 and 13 for Zach Hicks. But all of this fouling is really just kind of clogged up the basketball game.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what was a nice, cozy, intimate setting is less populated now. Some of the Penn State fans have decided to go to the Creamery and check out some of those flavors of ice cream.
Yeah, it's pretty good, too.
Yes. We all indulged last night. Some of us more than others. And if you ever get a chance to come to State College, you need to go to the Penn State Creamery for ice cream. It is phenomenal. 6:29 to play, 74-56. Ohio State leading Penn State. Bradshaw, Parrish, Royal, Mobley, Thornton for the Buckeyes. DeLeon, Baldwin, Kern, Conan Niederhauser, and Dunn for Penn State, who will have the ball. Penn State about to absorb, barring a major change, a third straight loss, and they're 7th in their last 8 games. Three-quarter court, backcourt pressure. Ohio State, Baldwin behind center circle, across the line, middle of the floor for Penn State. Ace Baldwin will slowly walk to the right point. Buckeyes in his own defense now. Baldwin sets up below center circle, fakes to the right, goes to the left. Back to come to Baldwin, gives it left point. DeLeon 10 on the shot clock. Top of the key to Baldwin. Dribble, shoots a three right of the circle. Baldwin, no good. Rebound, Bradshaw, Ohio State.
Ball was just off here tonight.
74-56, Ohio State's lead. You're right, Ron. He scored just 8, averaging almost 15. Under 6 to play in the game. Thornton, Ohio State, between the circles. Devin Royal leaves it now below center circle. Mobley off to Thornton on the right point, where he's guarded by DeLeon. Bruce Thornton walks the top of the key. DeLeon sticks with him as he dribbles the top of the circle. 9 on the shot clock for Bruce Thornton. Thornton head of the key, doubled up, throws it now to Parrish on the left point, fakes a three, dribbles, shoots a three left of the key. Parrish bumps off target. Rebound is tipped out by out to Mobley of Ohio State. Shoots it right to the lane and scores. John Mobley.
Not a good decision there by
Niederhauser. Yeah.
No, that was not good at all.
19 for John Mobley. And it's 76-56 Ohio State. Conan Niederhauser just tried to tip it to a teammate, but it went right to Mobley. Dunn on the right point, Penn State. Dunn will dribble down to the right block on Mobley, get under the backboard, shoot it left of the rim, and score it. DeMarco Dunn.
He got away with a hook, too.
he did. He hooked big time.
Yeah, Mobley.
8 for DeMarco Dunn. 76-58 is Ohio State's lead with 5:03 to play in the game. Bruce Thornton.
Awful quiet in here, Paul.
It is. Bruce Thornton left of center circle for Ohio State, guarded by East Baldwin. Shot clock at 17. Thornton with the screen comes to the left point. Dribbling left of the key on DeLeon is Bruce Thornton. Still pounds the dribble, 10 on the shot clock, left side of the floor. Thornton curls top of the key, fakes a couple of passes, bounces a Royal foul line under to Bradshaw, who's open and dunks it. Aaron Bradshaw with 4 as he came from the left and got an easy dunk. 78-58 Ohio State with 4.5 to play in the game. Kern will give it right point, DeLeon. Top of the key to Dunn for Penn State, dribbling right of the circle on Parrish. Bounces now down on the right block, Conan Niederhauser, who posts up Royal. Conan Niederhauser low on the right, into the lane, shoots on the left hand, blocked by Bradshaw, but goaltending will give Conan Niederhauser 2 more. He has scored 21, and it is 78-60, Ohio State on top. And he's still not even close to his career high, which is 27. The stoppage will allow some changes as Quest Glover will replace John Mobley for Ohio State. Kern leaves, Hicks in for Penn State. 78-60, Buckeyes on top with 4:20 left in the game. Full court pressure with the inbound Glover, Ohio State. Glover up the left side, stops below the timeline, gives it Royal middle to the backcourt. Royal bounces across the line to Glover on the left point. He'll drive to the lane and then got a travel call. Wanted to throw a pass to Bradshaw coming down the right baseline, but Glover slid his foot.
Yeah, I just thought Glover went too early. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
4:11 on the game clock. 78-60. Ohio State's healthy lead with 4:09 left in the game. Baldwin center circle, Penn State. Baldwin dribbling against Glover, top of the key, slides out to the left point. Baldwin gets to the foul line. Baldwin down the lane, but a foul called.
And Quest Glover.
I think it probably should have been called sooner. Glover with his second. We'll get a timeout. 4 minutes left. 78-60. Ohio State ahead of Penn State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
High-scoring offense and lockdown defense are the ingredients of a winning team. For every other ingredient, Buckeye fans trust Giant Eagle and Market District. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, a thrilling selection of fresh favorites, and everyday value from our family of brands are game day go-tos. Plus, like the Buckeyes pile up points on the court, you can score perks and earn free gas and groceries with My Perks. Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Guarantee a game day win when you get Bob's discount on feature-packed reclining sectionals with all the bells and whistles. We're talking wireless charging and USB ports, drop-down tables with cup holders for snacks and beverages, power reclining foot and headrests, and even hidden storage. All for hundreds less than the competition. So stop in and see how much you can save at Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
4 minutes exactly left in the second half here at State College. 78-60, Ohio State ahead of Penn State, and stay tuned after the game for the NCAAM Insurance postgame show. We'll hear from Coach Jake Diebler and have a complete recap of tonight's game brought to you by NCAAM Insurance for auto and home, encircling you with solutions you can trust. NCAAM, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
What's the over-under? How many fouls going to be called in this last 4 minutes? Hopefully not many.
Hopefully not. Also, how many players might foul out of the basketball game, too?
Well, Penn State's down by 18 at some point. They may start playing the foul game.
You would think. For Ohio State, Quest Glover, Aaron Bradshaw, Devin Royal, Micah Parrish, Bruce Thornton on the court. For Penn State, Yannick Conan Niederhauser, Ace Baldwin, Nick Kern, DeMarco Dunn, and Zach Hicks. 4 minutes exactly. Buckeyes about to get their 13th win of the year. They go to 500 in Big Ten play and get a third win in a row. Ace Baldwin, who has made 110 free throws this season, shooting 2. First one is good for his 9th point. He is 20th in the nation in made free throws. Number 6 in the country, number 1 in the Big Ten in free throw percentage at 93%.
Should he make this, the lead will be cut to 16.
And it was.
A lot of basketball still yet to be played. If you're Ohio State, you want to not rush anything right now. Take care of the ball.
78-62, the Ohio State lead. Just under 4 minutes to play in the game. Micah Parrish, left side of the backcourt, all the way across on the right sideline. It goes to Quest Glover. Now right of center circle to Bruce Thornton, who's covered by Nick Kern. 17 on the shot clock as the Buckeyes work some clock down, leading 78-62. Thornton at center circle, dribbling between the legs. Slides to the right point with his dribble on Kern. Shot clock at 9. Thornton, top of the key, Glover. He'll dribble left to the foul line. Glover now down the lane. Stops below the foul line. Fakes, leans. He's in trouble. Shoots a fadeaway that's partially blocked by Hicks. Loose ball grabbed by Kern, but a shot clock violation will give Penn State the ball.
Shot clock was used in its entirety.
It sure was. Mobley in. Glover out for Ohio State. 3:29 to play. 78-62. Is the Ohio State lead. Penn State's Ace Baldwin will bring it up the right side of the floor against the man-to-man. Dribble to the left point on Thornton. Baldwin stops left of the lane. Throws it now top of the key where Kern handles it. Gives it high on the left sideline to Dunn. Dunn against Mobley. 15 to the shot clock. Dunn to the left point. Dunn spins to the foul line. Goes down the right lane line. Dunn stops, shoots on the right block. Banker no good. Rebound to Mobley, Ohio State. With 3 minutes left. 78-62 Buckeyes. Quick feed goes to Bradshaw, who lays it in right of the rim. He got forgotten about, and Bradshaw was 6.
And Penn State just didn't run the floor.
80-62 is the Ohio State lead. Under 3 to play in the game. Baldwin, top of the key to the foul line. Bounces down on the right block, and Devin Rowe bats it away, and it goes out of bounds off Conan Niederhauser. No, they pointed Ohio State's way.
They did.
Okay. But now that was an incorrect signal. It's Penn State's ball. 18 of the shot clock. Inbound, right wing, Conan Niederhauser. He posts up Bradshaw. Conan Niederhauser down on the right block, turns to shoot, up, no good. Royal rebounds Ohio State with 2:40 to play. 80-62 Buckeyes. As John Mobley slowly crosses the timeline on the right side against Penn State's man-to-man.
They're not fouling.
No, they're not. Mobley, left of center circle with the ball. Gives it up top of the key to Aaron Bradshaw. 14 of the shot clock. Back to Mobley on the left point. Mobley against Kern, shot clock at 10. Top of the key to Thornton, who's checked by Hicks. Thornton, head of the circle, dribbles right point. 4 on the shot clock. Gets it right corner where Parrish has to hoist a 3. That's in and out. Rebound, Conan Niederhauser, Penn State. Outlet Kern, pushing it up the right side with 2:09 to play. Kern to Dunn on the right point. Fake, shoots a 3 right of the key. No good, Dunn. Rebound, Bradshaw, Ohio State with 2 minutes left. 80-62 Buckeyes. As John Mobley will slowly advance it up the right side of the floor. Baldwin guarding him right of center circle. Less than 2 to play in the game as Ohio State looks to go to 500 in Big Ten play. Mobley now dribbling left of the circle. Stops, throws on the right point for Parrish. Fakes a 3. Dribbles, goes to the hoop and dunks it. Micah Parrish on a drive.
Well, Matador defense there by Penn State. Seemed like they've kind of conceded here.
12 for Parrish, and it's 82-62 Ohio State with 1.5 minutes to play. Kern at the foul line. Down the right side of the lane. Kern to the hoop. Lays it in, and he is fouled by Bradshaw. Kern with points 9 and 10. That'll be the 5th and final foul on Aaron Bradshaw of Ohio State. So he's the first one to foul out of the game with 1:28 to play, and it's 82-64, Ohio State on top. And Nick Kern will go to the free throw line where tonight he has struggled. How bad has he struggled, Ron?
Well, Nick Kern is 2 for 6.
Does that qualify as a struggle?
Yes.
Okay.
Big time. He came in shooting 70% from the line, which is okay.
Yeah. And this is the third best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten. Bruce Thornton will leave Evan Mahaffey to replace him for Ohio State. So Nick Kern at the line to shoot one. Trying to get his 11th point of the basketball game. And it's missed. Rebound is grabbed underneath by Penn State, and a foul committed as Sean Stewart is going to go. Time for him to go also, as he fouled Miles Goodman, who had come in and tried to score from low on the right.
He left his feet.
So 2 Buckeyes have fouled out. And that will put Miles Goodman, a 6'11 freshman from Seattle, at the free throw line. Mike Rhodes is going to get Hudson Ward into the basketball game. So Goodman on the year, 1 for 6 at the free throw line for Penn State. His first one, 1 for 7.
Way off.
Well, yes. 1:26 to play. 82-64, Ohio State leading. This is the only regular season meeting of the year with the Buckeyes and the Nittany Lions. Goodman misses the second one. Royal rebounds at Ohio State. That's been the story of the night for Penn State. 82-64, Ohio State on top. 1:19 to play. Second half. John Mobley, center circle. Mobley is guarded. Dribbling now left of the logo. And now Mobley, guarded by Javen Carter, will throw it high on the right sideline. Micah Parrish, 6 on the shot clock. Parrish lobs for Mahaffey, who catches and is fouled on the left block. Hudson Ward got underneath Evan Mahaffey if he went to the air to catch a lob. And that'll put Evan at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play there.
It is. So Evan Mahaffey, 36% free throw shooter. He has not scored tonight. Had his career high against Penn State last year in Columbus. Free throw good. He scored 16 points in that win in Columbus with 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And Jake Diebler's going to get Kalen Etzler, Colby Bauman, and Braylon Nash into the game to finish it out. With 1 minute exactly to play. Mahaffey, free throw no good. Rebound is grabbed by Stewart of Penn State. 83-64, Ohio State on top, 56 seconds to play. Hudson Ward gives the ball now up, where it's handled by Stewart on the right point. Stewart to the right corner, stops, throws foul line, where Goodman will shoot a jumper that's missed. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Card of Penn State. Ward, of Penn State, so Ohio State will have it. Take a picture of this lineup, Ron. Yagovin, Nash, Etzler, Bauman, and Mahaffey for Ohio State with 38 seconds left in the game. 83-64, Buckeyes leading. Ball comes high on the left sideline to Evan Mahaffey of Ohio State, where he's guarded by Enza. And Mahaffey just holding on to it, killing some clock. 12 on the shot clock. Mahaffey headed the key to the foul line. Gets it out, Bauman on the right point. Bauman to Etzler, high on the left, 6 on the shot clock. To Colby Bauman, high on the right. Bauman dribbles right point. To Yagovin, head of the key. He'll launch a 3 that banks off target. Rebound ends of Penn State with 11 seconds to play. Ball comes up court where Carter has it. Shoots and misses a 3 from the right point. Rebound, Bauman, Ohio State. And they'll take the final 4 seconds off the clock, and the Buckeyes get their 3rd win in a row, defeating Penn State by a score of 83-64 here at Rec Hall in State College. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Buckeye Nation, join us on April 13th at the 2025 Ohio State Four-Miler, presented by Union Home Mortgage, the Ohio Beef Council, and Raising Cane's. This is your chance to run down the tunnel and finish on the 50-yard line at Ohio Stadium. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer. This is something you won't want to miss. Register today at ohiostatefourmiler.com. Go Bucks! Imagine a tailgate. The heat of the flame, the sizzle of the burger, the squeeze of the ketchup. Grilling is essential to tailgating as the game itself. Weber grills are there in the hours, minutes, and even seconds before kickoff. Before the best damn band in the land plays the battle cry, signaling it's time to take the field. Weber is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. This season, Weber created an officially licensed, limited edition Ohio State grill inspired by the iconic Buckeye helmets. Find the best damn grill in the land at local Ohio retailers.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
The Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Once again, the final score tonight here at State College, 83-64. Ohio State defeats Penn State. Stay tuned for the Encova Insurance postgame show coming up next from the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee